whether Saudi Arabia will agree to a nuclear partnership with the U.S., President Trump insists is in the works. The deal would allow the U.S. to help the Saudis build nuclear power, but the president added a condition. The Saudis have to sign on to the Abraham Accords. Today, Trump claims Saudi Arabia will.
They and others didn't want to do it because of the problem that they had with Iran. You don't have that problem anymore. You don't have a great power there anymore. You have a problem, but the problem is disappearing day by day.
New Jersey is the latest state to ban surveillance pricing. Companies setting different prices based on personal info and shopping history. Connecticut, Maryland, and New York have similar laws in effect. ABC's Elizabeth Schulte.
There is some opposition to this new law. An association representing New Jersey businesses says that new limits on consumer data could ultimately result in fewer loyalty programs, coupons, and discounts for customers.
This is ABC News. The DOJ today announced 11 indictments in the deaths of 7 migrants who died from extreme heat after being closed in a cargo train container in May. U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Texas, Justin Simmons, said an investigation found 6 bodies when the train arrived in Laredo were connected with another found in San Antonio.
11 individuals that we've identified to date that operated this alien smuggling organization and caused the death of these 7 individuals.
Seems there was a fight involving one of the most famous prison inmates in New Jersey. ABC's Sherry Preston.
A source tells ABC News that Sean Diddy Combs has been in a fight at the Federal Correctional Institution at Fort Dix, where he's serving a 50-month sentence for transporting prostitutes. The other inmate involved in the altercation apparently made a remark to Diddy, which instigated the entire event, and Diddy was sent to solitary confinement, according to a source. It's unclear if that move will be temporary or whether he'll be kept there long term. Combs' release is supposed to be in 2028.
I'm Stephanie Officer, ABC News.
At 3:02, new information on the investigation into Thursday's float plane crash in the San Juans. More on that story coming up. But first, here's Nate at the Real-Time Traffic Desk.
Thank you, Tim. The KIRO Newsradio app has our update. Before you hit the road, just know that this is one of the busiest Fridays I've seen probably all year. We've got a mix of collisions, stalls, and sheer volume making for long delays across the region. Let's start in South Tacoma, North 5 at South 72nd. We have a multi-vehicle collision involving a semi and a fully engulfed car. It's blocking 3 right lanes. That leaves just that far left lane open right now. We're bumper to bumper starting at 512. Now going the other way, Tacoma to Olympia, an hour and 5-minute commute. You've got 16 miles of backups between JBLM and downtown Olympia. Both directions of State Route 18 are packed between 167 and I-5. Southbound 167, you're thick south of State Route 18. Renton to Puyallup, a 40-minute drive. In South Center, North 405, we're bumper to bumper from I-5 through the S-curves. It's a 45-minute trip from South Center into Bellevue. Coming the other way, Bellevue to Renton, 40 minutes. North 5 in Seattle remains thick from the north end of Boeing Field up to the Ship Canal Bridge, 35 minutes to get through this. Linwood to Seattle has improved to 40 minutes, but it's still a bumper-to-bumper grind from Northgate to I-90, and Everett to Marysville. Plan on a half hour. You're packed from the Everett Mall all the way to 528. Text app to 888-973-5476 and download the KIRO Newsradio app. Listen to your favorite shows and get the latest news and updates sent straight to your phone. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM. Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
3:03, good afternoon. I'm Tim Hull. Here's what's happening. The NTSB says it is investigating Thursday's Kenmore Air float plane crash in the San Juans, but is not sending an investigator to the scene. The agency expects to recover the aircraft today for examination and will review radar, weather, maintenance, and pilot records. Minutes after the crash, the Coast Guard sprang into action.
We were notified by persons on scene pretty quickly that there was potentially an aircraft crash. And then almost simultaneously, we received an electronic signal similar to the ones that you'll use for boating that indicated that there might have been a distress on an aircraft.
Commander Michelle Foster speaking with KIRO 7 TV. All 11 people on that plane were rescued. Coast Guard is also investigating a collision between 2 commercial fishing vessels about 20 miles off Grays Harbor that ended with one boat sinking. The Nora J suffered major damage and started taking on water, while the Tabitha remained largely undamaged and stayed on scene to assist. Coast Guard crews rescued 3 people from the Nora J before it sank in about 300 feet of water. No injuries or pollution reported. The railroad fire in Grant County has burned an estimated exceeded 1,400 acres and remains 0% contained. 7 homes in the town of Beverly destroyed. That's 10 miles south of I-90 along the Columbia River. That fire started Wednesday night near an old railroad bridge over the river. Cause under investigation. Seattle's Fire Chief Harold Scroggins says there will be 0 exceptions to a no recording policy under the department's proposal to use drones, even if a drone captures evidence of a crime.
We don't have any plans to record or cache any of the data based on a need for evidence, because where would you stop? Once you open that door, you'd have to cache everything.
Seattle Fire wants to fly drones from 3 stations starting next year. Still needs city council approval. Child safety experts say crashes involving e-bikes are sending more young riders to the emergency room. So far this year, Mary Bridge Children's Hospital in Tacoma has treated 30 children for e-bike and e-scooter trauma injuries compared with 20 during all of last year.
Some of the injuries are somewhat minor, scrapes, bruises, broken teeth. But then as the speeds get higher on these devices and helmet use varies, we're seeing concussions, we're seeing broken arms and legs, hip and joint dislocations. And in some cases, they're pretty severe injuries. We've seen skull and spinal fractures, facial fractures.
Child safety expert Aaron Suma says many of the crashes involve collisions with cars or riders losing control. Most patients are boys around 11 to 13 years old. At 3:06, your Friday forecast, mostly sunny, 83 for the high today, maybe some smoke and haze overhead. Partly cloudy and 59 tonight, then a mostly cloudy weekend with a few showers tomorrow. 74 for the high both days. It's 77 right now in Seattle. I'm Tim Hole, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Are you on the internet? Isn't that for techno geeks with spreadsheets?
I ain't worried about it. I got you, right? Your TV's lying to you. You ain't on fire. Only thing burning is high. I ain't worried about it. Take it up. Come on, you ain't worried about it. Jack Brown. Hit it, Joe. Ooh, this life is really whatever you make it. There's so much good in the world for the taking.
You have a teleprompter and you're still reaching for him.
You have a good weekend.
Oh,
I'm going to see Chris Stapleton.
Oh. That.
All right. Some folks are so broke. All they got is money. I ain't worried about it. All right, here we go, everybody. The John Curley Show. Dive it in the news.
It's remarkable how just amazing a memory you have. Like things that are just, decades and old.
Ridiculous stuff, I know.
Yeah.
I do much better at home when I'm singing my karaoke machine. And I practiced it over the weekend, last weekend.
I believe you.
And I get in here, I just get all bound up.
Just a lot of.
I'm all right now. By the way, this is Joe, myself. I don't know if Nate's in on this, and Andrew as well. We're done, finished, kaput with anything having to do with Jimothy
Cricket.
We're finished with that story.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, we're done.
I still love the critter.
Well, let it go.
Yes.
Okay. Because remember that famous episode where Fonzie jumped the shark?
Yes.
Yes, that's it. We have gotten to the point.
I don't remember it, but I've read about it.
Right. We were finished with it, but that's why we had Sherry come on and make fun of the whole thing.
That's right.
I didn't listen to give him a chance. Are the other shows still doing it?
Oh, yeah.
So this weekend, you pay $10 for a rave, Jimothy rave. And then I think Saturday is like Jimothy Day or something. Sunday in Seattle. And
I thought we were done. Let's stop.
Don't just giving the
Today
bit. This is
done.
we're wrapping it up. We're not going to do any more stories after this.
We got 4 more hours to go.
That's right.
Yeah, but I'm just sort of
why is it that they take off? What is it about something like this, and how does it end up, growing as quickly as it does? And I thought I wanted to find out, because it's a little bit competitive, how's he doing compared to other animal stories and big memes? So let's go back. Because can anybody think of the first time an animal story really just blew up on video? You don't allow to answer, Joe, because you already know, because you've been to this. So this is going to be to Andrew or Nate. A big animal story. And not fee-fi-fo-fum from Apollo 17, the 4 mice that were, executed after they got back.
Can I ask a context question?
Yes.
Are we talking in the internet age?
Yeah,
or?
internet age.
Okay.
Internet age, yeah. Andrew?
Off the top of my head, I can't think of one.
Today marks 10 years since a child fell into the gorilla exhibit at the Cincinnati Zoo, leading to the death of one of the gorillas, Harambe.
Yeah, I remember that morning. I think it was a Saturday morning.
I mean, we all remember where we were.
Yes. We're talking about back in 2016.
The anchor. Yeah, I remember where I was, yeah.
The 400-pound gorilla named Harambe dragged a 3-year-old boy through the water after he fell into the gorilla enclosure. Now, the zoo shot and killed the gorilla in order to save the child. The decision, of course, though, sparked national controversy, discussion, and safety changes at hundreds of
If she doesn't mention the memes that filed after this, is she going to mention it?
zoos, including, of course, Cincinnati's. So the zoo says the 3-year-old had climbed that fence, was able to crawl through about 4 feet of bushes, and then fell 15 feet into the gorilla enclosure. The zoo renovated its Gorilla World enclosure, adding new barriers between guests and the animals, as well as new netting below the observation deck.
Oh, never mentioned all of the memes. This was the beginning. Harambe was the beginning of all the memes. I mean, they're just thousands of them. And what happened is that people take it and then try to add to it another joke, and they share it. Comedy always gets shared faster than anything else. And then when it really went absolutely crazy, there was male genitalia out for Harambe. Do you remember that one?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And then University of Massachusetts, 2016, September, they send out a note to everybody there on the campus saying that there would be no more jokes. You can't post anything about Harambe because it's microaggressions, which then, of course, everyone's like, oh, okay, well, then here you go. And then there were D's out for Harambe, and then everybody were doing more Harambe jokes. And then November 2016, during the election, Harambe got 11,000 votes.
That's right.
11,000 Americans like, yeah, Harambe. And then, of course, it was 2017, as you all probably remember exactly where you were when a Cheeto that was in the shape of Harambe climbing a tree sells on eBay for $99,000. Donald Trump mentions him as well. In a meme. And then I guess this has really got to be the end of it, because it was pretty much over by 2019. But that didn't stop Elon Musk from... This is Elon Musk.
I know.
Harambe. R-I-B. Rip Harambe.
And we thinking about you.
He's about 3 years too late to the party on this, right?
R.I.P. Harambe, sipping on some Bombay. We on our way to heaven. Amen, amen. R.I.P. Harambe, smoking on some strong,
Smoking on some strong, yeah.
And we thinking about you.
This would be fun. Is like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the dance floor. Please, for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Consemo.
All we ever do, thinking about you. We back at the zoo, man. Thinking about you, man.
For the first time, welcome now, father-daughter dance. Okay. All right. So Harambe kicks it off, and then there are a bunch of others, because I was looking, okay, how is Jiminy doing compared to like Harambe? Not even close. Then you think, okay, how about Pesto the penguin?
Move over, Moody.
But Pesto the penguin, gigantic fat penguin there, Melbourne, Australia. It was January 2024. I'm sure you remember where you were when Katy Perry came and sang to him.
There's a new social media king in town taking over TikTok.
It's a big
Pesto weighed about half a pound when he
He's
was
a big
born at
fat
the Sea Life Aquarium in Melbourne,
penguin.
Australia.
Do we even remember this thing?
I don't remember Pesto.
Yeah, I don't care about him. All right,
No.
fine. Moving on. And then let's see. How about this is the one that got everybody. There was a little squirrel that this guy, Mark Lungo, found in 2017, I think it was. His mother had died, so he adopts the thing, and then word gets out to some people in the neighborhood. This thing became an internet or Instagram star. It had a little cowboy hat on, and everybody loved Peanut. Well, then the New York Department of whatever comes to the house because they think there might be something, he might have rabies. So they get Peanut, and they also... the now forgotten friend Fred. I didn't even know about Fred.
The raccoon, right?
They got Fred, who was hiding in some luggage in the closet, but they got little Peanut and they got Fred. And it's so weird because when they did this tearful thing on Instagram, they didn't even mention Fred.
No.
It was like he wasn't even there.
Hi, everyone.
That's his wife. Is that his girlfriend or wife?
I think wife.
Hi, everyone.
Crying. They're holding up a giant hand-drawn pencil drawing of Peanut. Does he have the cowboy hat on or not? I can't.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, Sans cowboy hat.
I don't know how I'm going to say this. I just want to say thank you to all of you. Peanut was the best thing that ever happened to us.
I'm not thinking any way between love between a man and a squirrel, but come on, really?
And we got confirmation that they put him down.
They what? Crypt out?
Put him down.
I'll put him down.
I want to continue to fight this fight as much as I can.
What about
But
Fred?
we need all of you to
What about Fred?
Yeah.
come together and help us. Please continue to help us raise money.
Oh, there you go. Well, there you go. There you go. That's going to make everybody feel better.
We really miss you.
Can I just say something about Harambe?
Yes.
If we really, really miss you, that's what they say. Nobody knew Harambe's name before he got killed. How many people that were saying that they miss Harambe had ever even been anywhere near Harambe, visited that zoo?
Nobody missed Harambe.
No.
They didn't know, but he just became a joke. It's not like they were upset about it. What are you
Well,
trying to say?
I'm trying to
You're
say...
going to compare him to Peanut the squirrel?
No, not absolutely not. Although I do think the killing of Harambe was just as unjust as the killing of Peanut.
Excuse me.
It's complicated.
Harambe, the kid was in the pen.
I get it.
Was Harambe threatening him?
But he had
No,
he
he was
Harambe could
holding
have
him.
crushed him.
Yeah,
True.
right. I thought Harambe was going to
guys, we're not
help
going to
him.
do this again.
no.
We're not
No,
going to do this again.
no,
we are
no.
not going to do this again because last time we had this, it really a lot of relationships were frayed with this conversation. Because I remember
Two
where
words.
we were 12 years ago.
Tranquilizer dart.
Okay. All right. Moving on.
Okay.
Then this guy.
It's the viral sensation known as Pete.
By the way, of all of these, our raccoon is still in last place as far as viral videos, sharing, and anything else.
Pizza Rat. Video of Pizza Rat dragging a slice of pizza bigger than he is down the stairs of a New York City subway station has now been viewed a jaw-dropping 4.7 million times and counting since it was posted on YouTube.
Donald Trump.
It even came up when Donald Trump stopped by The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
By the way, Trump talked about Harambe.
Of course.
And it wasn't good what he said. People were like,
Okay.
You missed the meatball.
And here's the guy who shot it,
Okay,
Matt
now-
Little.
After the initial shock wore off, I fumbled into my pocket and pulled my phone out immediately. We tried to give him a wide berth and stay away once.
This is the man talking about taking a video of a rat pulling a slice of pizza down the stairs.
So we landed on the bottom stairs.
Matt Little is a stand-up comic, and he says he stumbled onto Pizza Rat around 1 a.m. on Monday.
Do you remember where you were? All right.
It was a Saturday.
So that I looked them all up. Mudang.
Mudang.
That was a teeny tiny little hippo.
Yep.
That got like a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. And then Peanut was high at 8 out of 10. Pesta was also about 5 out of 10. Right now, the raccoon, our raccoon, Jiminy, is high, but they don't think it's going to break to the point where all those other ones that just went so wildly successful. Which brings us to the Matthew effect. And this is I think this is sort of interesting how this happens. So a perfect example of the Matthew effect, which is taken from Matthew from the Bible. The rich get, and the idea is that, let's see, the term is derived from the gospel. Okay, for to everyone who has will more be given, and he will have abundance. But for him who has not, even that he has will be taken away. The idea is that when you get a slight advantage or an advantage over others, you take off and get more. Like Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods' dad had him on the Mike Douglas show when he was 5 years old. So he got all this attention. So then everybody's talking to Tiger Woods. Now, there might be some other 5-year-old who might have the same skills as Tiger Woods, but he doesn't start playing golf until he's like 10 or 12 or a little older than Tiger. But Tiger is getting the attention. People are playing golf with him. He continues to push and be a better golfer. So by the time he is 10, the 10-year-old that didn't get the attention that Tiger got will never catch up to Tiger. So that's a perfect example of the Matthew effect that sociologist Robert Merton came up with. So what happens is when one of these guys, one of these animals that gets sort of viral goes, if it gets more and more, likes and feeds, other ones can't catch up, but it's the initial sort of blast that then pushes it out into the universe, and then it goes, super hyper viral. I don't think Jiminy got the same kind of giant push because here we are in Seattle. People think we live in igloos. They don't know. They can't find us on a map, and it didn't get the same big punch. And now he's dead to us.
He is dead to us, and we're sick of talking about Jimothy, by the way.
Whatever.
I would question some of your metrics. Like, I think Jimothy has surpassed Pesto the Penguin, who I've never even heard of.
All right, well, let's check. Again, you really want to do this on the air, Joe?
I mean, he's got, when we're talking views, the Pizza Rat, even in that Inside Edition piece, they said, his jaw-dropping 4 million views. Jimothy's had hundreds of millions within the first couple of days.
Trying to find a pizza, or Pesto. I don't even remember where Pesto the Penguin? No, because he's international. Because he's there at the aquarium, Joe. He's over 1 billion. But it is still early right now, as early results are coming in on useless tallies of which animal is more virally exciting.
The rats eating our marijuana, they're all high.
Yeah. But we all remember this guy.
Please continue to help us raise money for the ongoing legal battles and for our nonprofit. So
our nonprofit.
We can keep its name alive.
Oh, keep his name alive. It also became a really big deal because that was right during the election.
Yeah.
MAGA was accusing Democrats, and then Donald Trump Jr. said, let me get this right. There's 16,000 rapists and 13,000 murderers in New York, but they go out and kill a small little squirrel. Why? Because he had a cowboy hat on?
Again, unjust.
Okay.
But he capitalized on it.
Yeah, they're all over the Rainbow Bridge right now. All right, here comes Nate. Check your traffic, Nathan.
KIRO News Radio Traffic Alert.
In South Tacoma, we've got all northbound lanes of I-5 shut down this afternoon at South 72nd Street, the scene of a multi-vehicle collision involving a semi, one fully engulfed car. The fire is out, but we are waiting details on injuries. No estimated time to reopen. We have a 6-mile bumper-to-bumper backup right now starting near Thorn Lane. Olympia to Tacoma is at 55 minutes. Going the other way, Tacoma to Olympia, an hour 10. We've got a packed freeway from the Tacoma Dome down to our crash scene, and then more scattered backups between JBLM and Olympia. North 405 and South Center, we're bumper to bumper from I-5 up through the Renton S-curves. 35 minutes between South Center and Bellevue. Seattle to Federal Way, a 40-minute commute, typical backup starting near Interurban. Getting through Seattle, North 5 is heavy from the north end of Boeing Field to the Ship Canal Bridge. South 5, we're bumper to bumper from Northgate to I-90. Linwood to Seattle has jumped to an hour and 5-minute trip, and Everett to Marysville has climbed to 40 minutes. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, the first place you turn for the news you trust.
State Senator Jamie Peterson drafted one of the state's most progressive taxes to date, the income tax on millionaires.
Engaging conversation.
We pay teachers the fourth highest of any state in the country.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
The Seahawks! They're bringing it home again!
Streaming everywhere on the KIRO Newsradio app. Always here, always with you. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
Our founders believed that freedom wasn't just a word. It was a way of life. The freedom to move forward, the freedom to pursue what matters most, the freedom to live fully. But aging has a way of taking those freedoms away. That's why there's Longevity Medical Clinic. John Curley here. My best move was becoming a patient of Longevity Medical Clinic years ago, and second best move, getting my wife Nicole to join me this year. Stop guessing and start working with a doctor who knows your goals and get personalized care designed around you, not the average patient. Discover what's holding you back and what can help you thrive with longevity. Aging is natural, but some of the effects are undesirable, and you don't want to have to just accept it. So this year, as we celebrate 250 years of freedom, ask yourself a simple question. Are you living with the freedom you deserve? Get real answers about your health and get your free health analysis at Longevity Medical Clinic. Find out more at lmclinic.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Hey, I want to introduce you guys to a brand new sponsor to the show. I'm very excited to welcome Phil Mitchell from Sunset Auto Family. Welcome to the show, Phil.
Hey, thanks, Jake. Nice to be here.
It's so great to have you here. I want to jump right into something that you guys offer that is such a benefit to anybody out there looking for a vehicle. You guys have 48-hour used vehicle exchange. Tell me a little bit about how that works.
Well, basically, we want to take the fear out of buying a pre-owned vehicle. So we give you 48 hours. You take the car home, you decide if you like it. And if you like it, you keep it. If you don't, you bring it back, and we try to find you something you do like.
All right. So let's say a scenario. I see something I love. I'm worried that it's not going to be there next time. So I jump on it real fast. And then I get it home to my garage, and it doesn't fit. I can bring it back?
You can bring it back, and we'll find you something that does fit. It just takes all the fear out of it. There's no more guilty feelings. You don't have to be stuck with it for 5 years or 10 years. You bring it back, we find you something that works.
Sunset Kia in Auburn, Sunset Ford, and Sunset Chevrolet in Sumner. You just get more at Sunset, and people do like that.
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit, Accurate Auto Body.
If you've been in an auto accident, you have the right to take your vehicle to any repair facility. Accurate Auto Body has been family owned and operated since 1994, and they work for you, not your insurance company. Your insurance company may not love them, but you will, because
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit, Accurate Auto Body.
Did you know that 4,000 women are diagnosed with breast cancer every year in Washington state? I'm Dr. Suzette Miranda with Northwest Hope and Healing. We provide financial support for breast and gynecologic cancer patients in our community. Join us at Life in Color, a summer brunch, auction, and fashion show on August 23rd at the Somme Hotel in Woodinville for an unforgettable afternoon of inspiration. Get your tickets now for Life in Color on August 23rd at nwhopeandhealing.org. That's nwhopeandhealing.org.
Look, I need to be real with you for a second. At Seattle Children's Hospital, 1 in 3 patient families cannot afford the food their kids need to heal. Think about that. A child recovering from surgery, learning to walk again, and the family is struggling to put food, nutritious food, on the table. That's why Safeway and Seahawk, Jackson Smith and Jigba are launching the Food First Project, a multi-year initiative to fight pediatric food insecurity right here in our community. This is not someday maybe talk. This is grocery cards, produce vouchers, and food as medicine programs going directly to families the moment the need is identified. No barriers, no red tape, just help right now. They're funding vitamin D screenings, nutrition support for student athletes, rehabilitation feeding tools, and meals for hundreds of families staying inpatient at the hospital. I love what Safeway and Seattle Children's are doing, making a real difference where it matters most. JSN showing up. Now it's our turn, 12s. Put food first. Learn more at Safeway.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon at 3:30. Here's what's happening. The NTSB investigation is underway into last night's crash of a seaplane in the San Juan Islands. All 11 people on board survived, and as of early this afternoon, 3 remain hospitalized. The NTSB expected the plane to be recovered and moved to a secure facility today. Meantime, Kenmore Air says the pilot adjusted their flight path in response to a weather system in the area. The pilot has been with the airline for the past 4 years. It may be cooling down around Puget Sound, but fire danger is increasing across much of eastern Washington. A red flag warning goes into effect all day tomorrow. Affected areas include Spokane, the eastern Columbia Basin, the Palouse, and the Snake River region. The combination of gusty winds and dry air could cause wildfires to spread quickly. A small fishing boat with 4 people on board was struck by another vessel in an apparent hit and run on the water near the Kingston Marina. It happened early yesterday morning.
Kitsap County Sheriff's investigators say a much larger boat coming into the marina at a high rate of speed just before dawn Thursday struck the much smaller fishing boat, doing considerable damage. Then just kept going. Kevin McCarty is with the Kitsap County Sheriff's Office.
Any boater knows that you stop and you see if people need help. You don't leave them in the water and potentially face them losing their lives by drowning.
Fortunately, there were no injuries. Investigators say the suspect boat is a twin engine about 24 feet long with a white hull. Anyone with information should call 911. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
Some low-level crimes in Clark County will no longer be prosecuted because of a shortage of public defenders. Vancouver police can still make arrests, but offenses like trespassing and vehicle registration violations will now be referred to the city attorney. This business owner tells Coin TV he's skeptical.
A crime is a crime. I mean, it needs to be prosecuted. It needs to be taken care of. Otherwise, it's mayhem.
City officials say the change is intended to preserve limited public defender resources for more serious cases like domestic violence. A plan to finally give Lincoln High School its own athletic field near 50th and Aurora Avenue North in Seattle could wipe out dozens of trees, possibly some older than Seattle itself. Sandy Shetler with the Tree Action Seattle tells G and Ursula she supports building the field, but says Lower Woodland Park would be a better place for it.
Lower Woodland is much less expensive. It won't require an environmental impact statement because there's very little disturbance to the natural area around. That shortens it, but the timeline by over a year. Makes it less expensive.
We've reached out to the school district for comment. Mariners broadcaster Rick Riz will lead the Seafair Torchlight Parade as Grand Marshal tomorrow night.
I couldn't believe it when they asked me a few months ago, and I go, yes, I would love to be the Grand Marshal for the Torchlight Parade for Seafair. It's going to be wonderful. Dave Niehaus was the Grand Marshal back in 2007, the year before he went in the Hall of Fame.
Riz is retiring at the end of the Mariners' 50th anniversary season. The parade kicks off at 7:30 along Alaskan Way from Broad Street south to Yesler Way. And now from the real-time traffic at 3:33, here's Nate.
Thanks, Tim. It is so busy out there. We're going to start with our traffic alert in South Tacoma, where all northbound lanes of I-5 are closed. At South 72nd, we have a multi-vehicle collision. Couple cars caught fire. The fires are out, but we are still awaiting details on injuries. As you can imagine, no estimated time to reopen. We've got a bumper-to-bumper backup starting near Thorn Lane. Olympia to Tacoma has reached 1 hour. If you get the chance, delay this trip this afternoon if you can. Get ready for all surface streets around the area starting to jam up. Tacoma to Olympia, an hour 10. So we're packed from State Route 16 to our crash scene, and then about 17 miles of scattered backups from JBLM into Olympia. Renton to Puyallup on the Valley Freeways at 40 minutes, thick south of State Route 18. Bellevue to Renton at a half hour. Heading into Seattle, North 5, bumper to bumper from the north end of Boeing Field to the Ship Canal Bridge. 35 minutes to get through this. Linwood to Seattle, an hour, 5 minutes, and it is bumper to bumper from Northgate to I-90. Seattle and Bellevue into Everett are both at 55 minutes. This report brought to you by the KIRO Newsradio app. Text APP to 888-973-5476 and download the app. Listen to your favorite shows and get the latest news and updates sent straight to your phone. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Your Friday forecast, partly cloudy overnight with a low of 59. Then the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, both mostly cloudy with a few showers. 74 for the high both days. 77 right now in Seattle. I'm Tim Hole, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Oh, yeah. Home Comfort Lines. You got your heating, you got your cooling. You got the smell of chicken right out of the shower. Home Comfort Lines. Yeah, they're there for you. How about Rick Riz getting a chance to be King Neptune? I guess they're running out of people. I mean, isn't it amazing? Wouldn't they have picked him for King Neptune for the Seafair Parade a long time ago? The Wednesday be right?
Did they say, was this not his first time? I'm sorry, I was distracted during the newscast.
What were you
we
upset?
should know this.
What were you upset by? The death of Harambe?
Sorry. Sometimes
Today marks 10 years since a child fell into the gorilla exhibit at.
I never know when you're about to play an audio cut, and I never know if it's a sincere question or if you're just ready
Your
to fire
job
something.
is to listen to the show. You sit in there. You are in charge of the show. So when you guys have your big corporate meeting and you go in there, you have to get off your bike with your bike shorts on, and they're like, "How's the show doing?" You're like, "Well, I've been listening," and you report, but you obviously have no idea.
No, well, I do. I want to say quickly, to just disclose to the audience.
Quickly, you mean faster? You speak faster?
Before we get too far into it, that I am a real person, not Sherry doing a voice.
Okay, there we go.
Nice. Boom.
You want to talk about that on the air?
No, not really.
So I just said it. The funny thing is, Joe and I sitting over a little section. We call that the winning section. And I said, you got to tell him.
It's true.
He's like,
John was advocating for disclosure. Interesting.
I said, you got to tell him. And he goes, oh, God, it's going to kill him. And Joe walked over to your desk, and then he went in, then he comes back, and he goes, oh. I said, how do you take it? He started to get up, and then he sat back down, and then he kind of moved around, and he stood up again, and he's like, okay.
That's amazing.
Talking about the fact that we faked that story about
that's right.
About the raccoon.
Yeah, Jacob, he needed to take action immediately.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
It was,
get on that.
Yeah, it startled me.
And then you decided you'd go home and shave your beard?
I did. I was so I was so stressed out by that. I was like, I need to change something about my life.
Yeah. Right, I look down here. It says, Jacob on exercising, commuting, and office hygiene, biking to work, tips to get started, stay safe, and look presentable when you arrive. And I thought, and then it says, see page 2, see bottom of the barrel news story. What the hell?
Well, and also let's have on the paragon of being taken seriously for your presentation at work, which is me apparently.
And there is the inside baseball on this one, because there is a race between you and Bitter Brian Buckaloo. Who gets here first and who gets to use the shower first? Because I saw him coming down the hill, and he said to me, have you seen Jacob? I go, I think he just went by on his bike. He's like, damn.
This is actually it's not even just that day. It's basically half mornings are Brian and I jockeying for position. I very much am attempting to stay out of his way, because if I'm in there when he needs it, he's constantly texting me, hey, I've got an 8:45 meeting. You need to hurry up in the shower. I mean, he doesn't frame it like that, but he is usually texting me to find out who's in there, and it's either me or Bump. Yeah, there's only another host on another station. Yeah, there's not that many. There's only one shower, and we both get here at about the same time, and we both do arrive a little bit sweaty. So yeah, there's some competition there.
You, to me, just sort of judging, you seem like a long shower guy. Like just in there, just really just letting the water run all over you.
It's where you get your thinking done.
Oof. Are you in there for more than a minute?
Yes. Okay, how long are your showers?
That is a waste. A minute or less. Wow. And then Nick yells at me, you can't have gotten all your parts. I'm like, yeah, I have. You know how long a minute is? A minute is plenty of time.
Okay.
You get in there, you're moving quickly. And
I didn't know this about you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. In fact, a minute is like luxury. Luxury.
Wow. If it wasn't,
you're in there like 15 minutes, like the water.
Easily. Yeah,
my God.
And then
you're a woman.
That is a long time.
And then once the shower's off, I'm slow to put my clothes on.
I hate you. I can't even look at you right now.
I'm dilly-dallying the whole way.
Is he still there? I can't look at him. I cannot look at him. You're dilly-dallying in there, and you're just...
That's right.
Whistling. Start them out. Do you use soap on your legs? Do you soap your feet?
No.
Okay, good. So where does it start? The soaping begins like above the knee?
Oh, you're asking like what is taking so long?
You're in there all nude and the water's running all over you for 15, like an hour or something. What part? An hour. Where you start first?
Pits and bits, as they say.
All right, then. All right.
Yeah,
I'm all right with that.
You soap
all
that
right,
up.
There's 10 seconds.
Maybe it depends on the day.
Yeah, all right.
Maybe I've got to wash the hair.
Uh-huh.
There's a face wash.
What's wrong with washing your feet?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I mean, yes. Yeah,
Well,
thank you.
No, you don't do that. You don't need to do
Oh,
that.
no, you're saying you don't need to wash the legs.
No.
Do you? Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Boy, this has really gotten bad. I thought this was going to be a boring segment.
I'm more concerned about you than Jake.
Don't worry about me.
Wow.
I will say, this reminds me...
oh, gross.
That is, John is... Okay, you got to turn your mic on, John, so people can see your feet.
I'll get the wide shot of it.
Wait, he's not going to show it.
Wait, hang on here. Where is it?
Right there.
For the listeners, John has put both feet up on the desk. You can...
my God.
Smell how clean those are.
I'm not smelling.
Wow.
This
is toxic.
Disgusting.
This might be an HR virus.
All right, there's nothing wrong with this. It's a Friday, and this is what we do around here. All right, so you, what is the advice you want to give to anybody for riding their bicycle?
Oh, right. I guess that's where So, you got to get there early to beat your boss into the shower.
Sure you are. There's news you can use. So when you're on your bike, you're coming in, you're like, I better hurry up.
Yeah, I'm thinking about
really focused. You gotta get there. Right?
Exactly right.
And then you come running in. Mm-hmm. And then how long is he in there for? He also seems like a real big girl in there, too.
No, he's fast. Well, in part because I've given him so little time.
Okay. Is hot water ever an issue?
No, it takes in
Guys,
fact,
you realize this is all going over the air. I mean, someone's going to pay. Some commercial's going to follow this thing, and they're going to be like, we want our GD money back. Okay, I'm sorry. What was your question?
Is hot water? No, it is not. Okay. In fact, it gets too warm in there. I'd prefer if there was better. I know no actual listeners are listening, so to the people upstairs.
That's right.
Could we get a better ventilated bathroom?
I hope the auditors are here.
That's what you'd like. That's what you'd like is a better ventilated bathroom.
Thank you. Yeah,
right,
exactly.
Fine. Okay. Whew. Wow. All right.
Now you know the rest of the story.
Where are your socks?
Don't worry about it.
Tree once was somebody making money. There's a hole in the sky where the tree once was. Somebody's making money. No more leaves shimmering with golden light. No more gentle shedding of rains. Nor tulip blossoms rustling in the wind. Now nothing remains but that hole in the sky where a tree once was. Somebody's making money.
Here comes Nick.
There's a hole in the sky where the tree once was.
Somebody making money. All right, South Tacoma, all northbound lanes of I-5 are closed. The South 72nd, we're about 45 minutes into this closure, the scene of a multi-vehicle collision involving a semi, couple car fires, no estimated time to reopen. They've got all the cars except for the semi off to the shoulder, so we're seeing progress here. But you're in a 6-mile bumper-to-bumper backup that starts near Thorn Lane. So Olympia to Tacoma is up to an hour, 5 minutes. Drivers are being detoured right at the crash scene to the 72nd Street exit. Here in Seattle, North 5, we're bumper to bumper from Albro to the Ship Canal, about 35 minutes to get through this. Linwood to Seattle continues to climb, an hour and 10-minute commute now, and it is bumper to bumper from 130th and Northgate to I-90. Seattle to Everett, Bellevue to Everett are both pushing 1 hour. Once you get to Everett, Everett to Marysville, 35 minutes with a solid backup from 526 up to 528. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Dear Ursula, I have a group of friends who have bonded over
Hi, I'm Ursula Voitin from the G and Ursula Show, and I'm launching a new podcast called Ask Ursula. This is your space. Real life, real questions, whether it's about family, friendships, love, and yes, even the fun stuff like travel and finding your signature scent. Hit me up and ask your questions at mynorthwest.com/Ursula. I look forward to connecting with you.
At mynorthwest.com and the G and Ursula YouTube channel.
Lionel Richie. And Earth, Wind, and Fire. The tour continues. Seattle, you're invited to sing a song all night long. Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind, and Fire. Together in one magical night you don't want to miss. Climate Pledge Arena, August 3rd. Get tickets starting at $34 at livenation.com.
Hi, I'm Marla at Sky Nursery with a heads up that gardening in July has its challenges. Seattle summer drought can cause plants to droop in just a matter of hours, and rabbits and aphids can get a little out of hand in your garden, especially if you have any travel plans this summer. That's where an experienced Sky gardener can make a difference with down-to-earth and sustainable solutions to all manner of gardening quagmires. After all, you deserve to enjoy a beautiful, thriving summer garden without having to learn the hard way first. We can help. Head to skynursery.com.
The Black Crowes, live in the Tulalip Amphitheater, Sunday, August 30th. Tickets are on sale now. Details at TulalipCasino.com.
A perfect game by a Seattle Mariner. It was done by the King.
50 seasons, 50 legends, one unforgettable night. Join the Mariners Saturday, August 8th for 50 season celebration night at T-Mobile Park, presented by Daktronics.
The Mariners are going to play for the American League Championship.
Before the team takes on the Rays, arrive early for the most epic pregame ceremony in Mariners history. You'll witness the biggest gathering of franchise icons ever assembled as the 50 greatest Mariners from across all 5 decades are revealed. From Griffey to the big unit, from Ichiro to Nelson Cruz, and every legend in between, you don't want to miss this once-in-a-lifetime event.
Junior with a 2-run home run. Everybody is going bonkers here in the Kingdom.
Seats are going fast. Get yours at mariners.com/tickets.
For over 50 years, Bucky's Complete Auto Repair has been the one locals trust for fast, friendly service with guaranteed repairs. With 16 family-owned locations and a Carfax preferred badge, Bucky's makes it easy with same-day service and available financing. Visit Bucky's.com.
Now is your time to get into a new D.R. Horton home by taking advantage of its National Red Tag Sales Event, going on right now through Sunday, August 2nd. Stop by any of its participating communities and find select Red Tag homes at incredible pricing. So whether you're buying your first home or looking for an upgrade, you don't want to miss the Red Tag Sales Event going on right now. Discover the D.R. Horton difference at drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder, an equal housing opportunity builder.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
There's a sink at the brink and a drain that's a pain.
DayandNight.net. Slow drain? Backed up toilet? Call Day and Night to save $100 off any drain cleaning.
Hi, I'm Bruce with Day and Night Plumbing and Heating. From a slow drain to a major backup, no drain is too big or too small. Whether we're your first choice or smart second opinion, I guarantee our experts will solve any drain problem, day or night.
Now get $100 off any drain cleaning. DayandNight.net.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
Doug.
Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
At Subaru of Puyallup, people say it's the little things that make a big difference. A team that listens, straightforward pricing, finding the exact car. For all the little reasons, we hope you'll choose Subaru of Puyallup, your stress-free dealership, part of the Harnish Auto family.
John Curley here. When the AC starts acting up, don't assume you need a whole new system. Home Comfort Alliance, their approach is simple. Repair first, replace only if needed. Their techs diagnose the real problem because a simple fix can often get the cooling back up again and not cost you a full replacement. Need something new? Ask about a heat pump for year-round comfort. That's what we did at the barn. Get real pricing in 60 seconds at homecomfortalliance.com. Call the comfort people. homecomfortalliance.com.
I'd like to apologize to Marconi for that last segment.
Kidding?
That's what
Fantastic.
you're hoping for. No, follow it up with this one. Golly, this can't be real. A patient with a perforated bowel shows why eels shouldn't go anywhere near your derriere. I'm assuming there's no sound. Mercifully, there's no sound on
No,
this.
mercifully.
The eel got inside the guy. There, that's the end of the story.
Actually, that's just the beginning. The man who, I believe this is in Japan, he was participating in some aquatic activities. He did notice that when it happened, when the eel made its entry.
When they say eel, like what? Like a
moray eel, yes, like an actual eel.
I'm sorry. This is like the guy goes into the emergency room and he accidentally has a shampoo bottle up there.
See, I'm thinking the same thing. He didn't go in for treatment for almost a week. He assumed that the problem would sort itself out. But
you are not going to swim. You're swimming around. You're in Japan. You're swimming around, and an eel goes up inside you. No,
that's what he told the doctors. After some prodding, he wouldn't fess up to
prodding for the eel or prodding for the doctor to prodding.
A little bit of both.
Okay. Because then there's another story where somebody else had the same sort of thing, and they go, "Oh, there must be something about eels."
Yes, this is the second known case in human history. In 2004, a man in Hong Kong had a similar incident happen, although he did admit that he intentionally,
Right. Because it was a Friday and he got paid that day. Joe, the first story with Jacob coming in about news you can use, getting to work early, and then beating your boss into the shower. And now here, this other one, this is how to stop eels from going up inside you if you're a man. What has happened to you? Where's the producer that produces great award-winning stuff? I mean, there's nothing I can do with this.
I got to admit, I'm a little tired. You know what? Here's. Let me pull back the curtain for a little bit for everyone.
I didn't even know we had a curtain on this show.
We have a curtain, and occasionally I call them placeholders. So we have our schedule of all the segments we're going to do, and I'll find something that's interesting for one reason or another. And the story was a little interesting, and I put it in there, thinking, you know what?
We'll find something else. By the time we go on the air, this one will slide out.
Exactly,
just like an eel. But he got stuck up there, and there he got stuck there, and there it is. Now the guy, the poor. This bad part of it is the guy. Now people know because he knows, everybody knows his name because he had to go public with it. How does it make the news?
Well, it's a medical oddity, and again, only the second time in known, at least as far as anybody knows, that doctors have had to go in there and surgically remove an eel.
Right.
From a man.
It's like our friend is a New York City ER doctor, and I asked her about that. She goes, one guy accidentally had a steak knife in there. And she said, how'd that happen? Oh, I had a really tough piece of filet mignon, and I flew out of my hand. Okay, all right. Do you have any insurance? Here's Nate checking traffic. Nathan.
All right, great conversation, guys. Seattle.
Hey,
what?
Not my idea.
Oh. Seattle Mariners has the update. South Tacoma, all northbound lanes of I-5 are closed at South 72nd, the scene of this multi-vehicle collision involving a semi. Now, we've got all the cars off the freeway. They just got to get the the semi off the freeway, and then we can reopen it. But there's no estimation yet, so you've got a 6-mile bumper-to-bumper backup starting near Thorn Lane. Olympia, Tacoma, up to an hour, 10 minutes. You're being detoured right there at the crash scene at 72nd Street. Tacoma to Olympia, also an hour 10. We're bumper-to-bumper from the T-Dome to our crash scene. Scattered backups continue from DuPont to Olympia. And on the water, we've got some problems. The Edmonds Ferry Terminal, Mukilteo Terminal, both reporting 2-hour waits for drivers. We've got a 1-hour wait heading to Bainbridge Island from the Seattle Terminal. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, where you hear G and Ursula.
When it comes to Dutch Bros, Ursula?
Weekdays 9 to noon.
Every time I go south, I pull up on some Dutch Bros. Yeah. My point is this. Starbucks is going to be moving part of their headquarters over to Tennessee, and there's a lot of people like, oh my goodness, Starbucks is going to be going. Don't you worry. There's other coffee places like, hey, y'all have fun. It's almost like the new stepdaddy. That's what Dutch Bros is about to do.
Subscribe to the G and Ursula Show on YouTube and watch live or later.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from Big Wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
This is Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. Our summertime savings event means 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for up to 24 months, backed by our unbeatable warranties. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com today.
The Boeing Classic welcomes the world's greatest golf legends to the Pacific Northwest, August 14th through the 16th at the club at Snoqualmie Ridge. Watch Masters champions and Golf Hall of Famers compete for a $2.3 million purse at the only PGA Tour champion stop in the region. Bring the whole family and make sure to check out the Seahawks Village, packed with fun for all ages. Tickets start at just $20 and kids get in free. Visit BoeingClassic.com to get yours today.
How would you like to invest in the Seattle real estate market, one of the hottest and most stable regions in the country, and achieve a great rate of return on your investment without the effort of sourcing a deal, the expense and time of building permits, or all the hassles that come with being a landlord? Hi, I'm Scott Rurecka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares the profits with our investors. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital. Invest into our Northwest Fund, which is currently delivering 9% on a fixed rate term. It's our flagship fund for 19 years with 0 investor losses. And yes, we do accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Invest in the stability and ease of Legacy Group Capital's Northwest Fund. Legacy Group Capital at legacyg.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at legacyg.com.
George Thorogood and the Destroyers, the baddest show on earth, with the Robert Cray Band. August 6th, the Tulalip Amphitheater. Get tickets on sale now at Tulalip and Quill Cedar 1 Club Desks or Ticketmaster.
It's the best time of the year at Staples, with back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech and more at staples.com/back-to-school.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle.
ABC News, I'm Stephanie Officer. The U.S. continues striking Iranian assets in the region while Iran and one of its main proxy groups is also attacking. The U.S. up to its 13th consecutive day of strikes while Iranian drones were targeting U.S. assets in northern Iraq and Bahrain. The Houthis have been targeting ships in a major strait in the Red Sea known as the Bab al-Mandab Strait.
Look, we're talking to them right now. I think they're getting more and more serious as the days go by, for maybe the obvious reason. But we are talking to them right now.
Gas pain? You're not alone. It's blamed on the rising cost of crude oil, the main ingredient in gasoline, due to the blocked Strait of Hormuz as the U.S. war with Iran drags on. Driver Doug Slace was filling up on I-81 on his trip to Cooperstown with his family after flying in from Philly.
Everything costs more, and I'm kind of used to that. Thankfully, it's not a big impact to our lives right now.
AAA has recorded prices closer to the $4 mark across the country. This is ABC News. Taylor Farms is out with an update regarding their lettuce in the midst of the current cyclosporiasis outbreak. The company says they have suspended sourcing and production of iceberg lettuce in central Mexico. Taylor Farms previously issued a voluntary recall. As of July 19th, the FDA says there have been no positive cyclospora outbreaks associated with the company. The outbreak has spread to 9 states, including Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Ohio, and West Virginia, with Michigan reporting the most cases, nearly 8,200. The Democratic Party committee recommends South Carolina be the first state to hold a presidential primary come 2028.
The move keeps South Carolina at the front of the line after it was the first presidential primary for Democrats in 2024, while New Hampshire, Michigan, and Nevada are still slated to host some of the earliest primaries and caucuses. The order will still need to be approved by the full DNC at a meeting in Austin, Texas next month. Peter Haralambous, ABC News.
I'm Stephanie Officer, ABC News.
At 4:02, Kenmore Air says its pilot adjusted course because of weather in the area before Thursday's crash in the San Juans. More on that coming up, but first here's Nate Connors with real-time traffic.
All right, Tim, Seattle Mariners have our very, 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 very busy report. South Tacoma, all northbound lanes of I-5 remain closed at South 72nd, where crews are working this multi-vehicle collision. You're being detoured off and then back on the freeway right there at the 72nd Street ramps. Now, we're getting close to reopening. All the vehicles are now clear to the shoulder. Now the freeway just needs to be cleaned up. We have scattered backups from Lacey all the way to the scene, Olympia to Tacoma, an hour and 15-minute drive. Tacoma to Olympia, hour 5, you're bumper to bumper from the T-Dome to our crash scene, and then more scattered backups between DuPont and Olympia. Let's see, Seattle to Tacoma, just under an hour, but now we're going to add to this. Just past 4:05, we have a car fire blocking 3 left lanes, including the HOV lane right there in South Center. Heading into Seattle, North 5, bumper to bumper from the Michigan Curve to the Ship Canal. South 5, thick from Northgate into down to I-90. Hour 5 minutes from Linwood. Southbound 99, bumper to bumper from Green Lake down to the stadiums. Renton to Bellevue to Renton is about 35 minutes, and we're solid starting at Northeast 60th all the way down to the VMAC. Don't miss the biggest event of the year at T-Mobile Park, 50 Season Celebration Night on August 8th, presented by Daktronics. Get your tickets at mariners.com. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
At 4:03, I'm Tim Hole. Here's what's happening. We have the latest on Thursday's float plane crash in the San Juans. Kenmore Air says its pilot adjusted their flight path in response to weather in the area. Investigators have not said if weather played a role in the crash landing. The pilot has been with the airline since 2022, is out of the hospital. The NTSB says the seaplane is being recovered today.
We'll get a preliminary report on the crash within 30 days, according to the National Transportation Safety Board, but a final report won't come out for 1 to 2 years. The NTSB will gather information about the weather on the night of the crash, radar data, the pilot's medical records, and maintenance records for the aircraft. We're told an NTSB investigator will not be visiting the crash site. All 11 people on board survived. They were able to make it off the plane before it caught fire. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Much of eastern Washington will be seeing red again this weekend. The National Weather Service has issued a red flag warning that covers the Spokane area, the eastern Columbia Basin, the Palouse, and Snake River regions. It runs from 11 o'clock to 10 p.m. tomorrow morning. Forecasters warn any new or existing fires could spread rapidly due to gusty winds and dry conditions. A 5-year-old girl in serious condition after falling from a 6th-floor apartment window in Seattle's Mount Baker neighborhood earlier today. The Seattle Times reports the girl fell through the screen of an open window at her family's apartment near 34th Avenue South and South Charlestown Street. 2 family members were home, according to the Times. Police say it appears to be an accident. Bremerton woman is under arrest, accused of setting a fire in her own apartment after a dispute. Kitsap County Sheriff's deputies were called to an apartment on Sunfjord Lane just before 5 o'clock yesterday. Neighbors told investigators the 44-year-old had a fight with guests, started the fire, and then took off.
To deliberately set a fire in an apartment complex, you are potentially risking the lives and safety of maybe hundreds of people.
That's Sheriff spokesman Kevin McCarty. Deputies later spotted the woman walking away from the area. She was arrested on suspicion of arson. In Tacoma, Mary Bridge Children's Hospital is on pace to more than double last year's number of e-bike and e-scooter trauma cases involving children. The hospital has treated 30 young patients so far this year compared to just 20 in all of 2025. Injuries range from broken bones to skull and spinal fractures.
I think the big message is that e-bikes are not the same as a traditional bike. They are heavier, they're faster, they're more difficult to manage, and they are leading to motorcycle-like injuries.
Child safety expert Aaron Suma says parents should make sure children wear a proper helmet for the type of e-bike they're riding. It's also important to avoid distractions like phones and earbuds. At 4:06, your forecast. Cloudy overnight tonight with a low down to 61. Weekend looks mostly cloudy with a chance of showers both Saturday and Sunday with a high in the mid-70s. It's 77 right now in Seattle. I'm Tim Hole, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
I'm Lowell, the Hammer Stanley. I will hunt down everyone responsible for hurting you. I will make them pay dearly. If you want all the money you need, the money you deserve, call me. 459 cash. I'm Lowell, the Hammer Stanley. I want to get you all the money the law says is yours. Lowell, the Hammer Stanley. 459 cash.
Yeah. Yes. Please bring the hammer, Stanley. Here we go. John Curley Show on a Friday. Thank you, everybody. How about the Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line? They still want to be associated with this show? 1-888-973-5476. Ran threat to Air Force One, prompting Trump to swap planes. We knew about that, right? And then, so he had the Qatar Airlines that they had. They had spent a whole bunch of money on it to get it all fixed up. And then somebody leaked something, and then they switched planes. And then I think 3 writers were then subpoenaed by the Secret Service or CIA or FBI, which I thought was horrible. And they wanted to know, how'd you guys know this? How'd you leak this? That's terrible that they did that. I think they had subpoenaed them. And now, is President Trump going to be heading to the White House Correspondents' Dinner? Is he flying?
Yes.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. So, because they're rescheduling it, because last time, remember, the guy came in there to try to shoot and kill the president. Anybody else was up there with him. Any cabinet members he could get, so they decided to reschedule. So the president's coming back for, of course, the, what do they call that? Hollywood for the Ugly, the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Who's the comedian? Do we know who's going to be doing the old comedy, the old?
I don't.
All right. Yeah, thank you for that, Joe.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Let's say I can't believe we're already still talking about presidential race, but just real quick on the midterms. The Republicans, about a 70% chance of retaining the Senate. Democrats most likely look to get the House. This will be the record amount of money that is going to be spent. So in 2024, $11.2 billion. Isn't this amazing? $11.6 billion or more will be spent in the midterms. When you see that, you think, well, how does that make you feel? Like, that's a lot of money. Why? Well, because we have centralized and given those guys in Washington, D.C. such a tremendous amount of power over our lives that you've got all these forces in there vying for power that they will be able to extract from the individuals that they put their money down on. And you just think, well, isn't that a sign that things are completely out of control? But that's the way it goes. So Republicans in the Senate have got 53, Democrats at 47. Mitch McConnell will, I'm sure, make a strong comeback if they get him some testosterone or something. He holds his seat, and it'll be Republicans in the Senate, and in the House goes Democrat. And then the first thing they're going to do is try to impeach Donald Trump and just sort of tie him up for his last couple of months in there. And then the race is off and running. Vance, Rubio. Let's see who else is in there. Oh, Glenn Youngkin from Virginia. Do people even know any of these names?
Not Youngkin. I don't think is.
No one knows that one.
He's not a headliner yet.
I like Youngkin. When it comes to the Democrats, you've got AOC, the former bartender, who is just a darling for the Democrats.
Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is now surging to the top of the Democrat field in New Hampshire, up 7 points from February. Former Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg 1 point behind her. They are far ahead of former Vice President Kamala Harris, who dropped down to just 5% in this University of New Hampshire poll. She was double that 5 months ago. So you see a little bit of shifting happening as there's all of this discussion about socialism and communism. AOC is actually rising up the ranks.
Communism.
I got to say something. As a child born in the 60s and going through the 70s and then becoming conscious of politics in the late 70s and then into the 80s, it is just remarkable. And for people that are much older, you just feel like thinking to yourself, I cannot believe we have candidates for the office of the President of the United States that have the backing, or at least have taken some of the pages from the Communist Handbook and Socialist Handbook.
Communism.
It's just wild.
Watch this.
Any interest on being that 2028 nominee for Democrats?
I have genuinely not really.
Is she in a horse-drawn carriage?
She's walking by one.
Oh, doesn't sound like one? Okay.
Really weighed seriously anything past the midterm election.
Yeah, okay. They're not allowed to say whether they're running or not. There it is. And
she has since said she was humbled to learn.
Yeah.
That she's the front.
It's great. Hope she runs. Rubio and Vance.
There's a lot of talk about Vance and Rubio and the differences, the similarities.
Still, so I think I'd rather talk about that crippled raccoon right now than talk about presidential elections.
Ooh.
But we're not allowed.
A lot of speculation about what a Republican primary run might look like in 2028. We should just say there's no evidence that Marco Rubio is going to run for president. He said that he won't run for president. He said that he's friends with Vance and that they actually work together very well.
The lies. The only vice president that has ever won, who's the only vice president that's ever won for president and won? He runs
George
and
Bush.
wins. George Bush, right. You know why? Because when Reagan left office, he had a popularity vote at about over 50%, a little over 50%. So then it's easy, just hand off. It's like, okay, you like Reagan, you're going to love Bush. Easy kind of move on there. Everybody else fails. You think Trump in his last couple of months is going to be anywhere near 30%? He will probably still be in the 20s. And you just drop that onto the back of J.D. Vance. Good luck. Good luck, J.D. No way. They will bury him with that. So it'll be Rubio will be in there on this thing. So.
Steps that Marco Rubio would have to take to run for president are several and complicated and really rely primarily.
Plus, Marco Rubio is short. We haven't had a short president in there in a very long time. They said that was part of McCain's problem. Really? Last time we had a bald president, anyone? Last bald president. It coincides with the invention of the television. Eisenhower is correct for 15 points. Yes. Nate, you control the board. You want to keep playing or you want to toss it back to me?
I would like to toss it back to you.
Tossing it back to me. We will continue.
Early on President Trump's choice. I
have no idea what this guy was talking about.
think in the background to this discussion is who does President Trump want to run to succeed him in 2028?
Yeah.
And he holds out, it seems, according to reporting, the possibility that maybe Rubio might be a better presidential candidate than Vance, so he goes back and forth.
Yeah, little Marco. Vance has come out with a book all about how he's converted to Catholicism, what it's all about. Halfway through the book, all of a sudden it's like, did they lose the first theme of the book? Because then it launches into economics and it launches into, we've hollowed out the middle class, and we've hollowed out that we've turned into a service economy. We've shipped all of our manufacturing overseas. We got nothing here. Here is frame it this way. Imagine for a moment how big AI is going to be. How it's going to be a gigantic part of the discussion. The U.S. economy as it is right now, if you think about a barbell, so you got one group on one side, that's the have-nots, then you got the haves on the other side. In the middle is the shrinking part of the service economy or people that will probably be losing their job because of AI. So you got a bunch of people that are stuck down at one end and a bunch of people at the other end. And then in the middle, the thinner part will be continually hollowed out. What you want to do is have an economy that pulls the people from the left side of the barbell, pulls them into the center, and then allows them to flourish and move to the other side. That often happens. People will move from the middle class up, or they'll go from the upper class down, but there's a lot of fluidity back and forth in there. In fact, if you look at the Fortune 400, the top 50 companies in 1976, you list them all, and there's 1976 and then 2006, the Fortune 400. Biggest companies listed. Oh, it was on the Dow. On the Dow, there they all are. The top companies on the Dow, left side, right side. How many of them are still around?
From 76 to 2000?
Yeah, there's the list. There's the one list on one side. There's the other list on the other side. This is the Dow, the top dudes in the Dow.
3.
Nate.
I would agree with 3.
3. Andrew?
4.
More or less?
More. I'll say more.
1. The answer is 1.
Should have said less.
Procter & Gamble.
Oh, really?
Every other one, gone. And you're like, wow, how can that happen? Because these corporations evolve. Somebody eats them up, takes them away. Somebody doesn't need them anymore. But when you look at the list, you're like, oh, I remember those guys. Oh, yeah, look at those guys. Oh, yeah, I remember them. Oh, yeah. And then it's the constant growth, the grinding up and then the regrowing. It's like, tilling the field and planting, and then something else comes up and then away it goes. So, unfortunately, for the people that are in the middle, this AI will be hollowing out. And anybody who is the president of the United States and anybody else he puts in there, this will be a major, major campaign discussion. And then trying to explain it to the American people as to what AI is going to do and what your plan is for AI and how China is going to be running AI and what promises you could possibly make when you're sitting there at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue while this AI is not only coming up and hollowing out and answering and taking jobs away, but now thinking on its own.
Oh yeah, and even speculating what it is now to what it's going to be by 2028 is impossible.
You can't.
No.
I was reading this piece. It's called The Fourth Wave, and what it is, or The Fourth Turn. They say that every single you take a century, and you can almost see that it goes from struggle, and then you get comfort, you get innovation, then you get comfort, and then you get conflict, and then everything breaks apart again. You can find world wars in there, civil wars in there, a whole bunch of stuff, and then it breaks apart, and then there's regrowth, same sort of 4 stages of nature. And the book is called The Fourth Turn. And the author, although the book is older, they have a new one that's come out, and he said, we are in the middle of the destruction part. And then there will be the regrowth and the birth again, and then we'll find ourselves in fat and happy for a while, and then they'll be fading and then back up again.
These are 100-year cycles?
Yeah. And I'm sitting there I'm listening to the book like, okay, so where are we now? Yikes!
It is weird. Has to be the weirdest timeline.
And that's why when you think about whoever's the other part of the crazy part, I want you to be president of the United States, okay, or whoever you are, because you'd be really good at running this thing, right? What are we? 20? What's the GDP? 28. What do we want? Like 40 trillion, right? How much money we owe on that thing? I know we have $40 trillion deficit. And yeah, the GDP is 20%.
32 trillion.
32 trillion. So they think it's going to be at about 34 trillion by the end of the next 2 years. Oh, okay. And I'm gonna have about 1.2 million employees. And I'm going to be the president of the country, and I'm going to be able to make all these decisions and understand all this sort of stuff. I was reading this one guy's piece. He said within 100 years, AI is the president of the United States, or less.
And
all of government is basically AI, which I'm like, fine. If that thing is able to look and say, okay, you're spending X amount of dollars, it benefits this amount of people, this doesn't work and that doesn't work. If your outcome is for this money should not be here, it should be somewhere else. If they can remove the human element of the thing, where you don't have some company coming in and lobbying and hand in hand, listen, vote this way, removing that, now whether the AI is biased in one way or other, I don't know how you clean that up. But I would love it. Just simply look at it and go, nope, well, that's not a good use of your money because you don't have more money. And just click the button and let that thing just run it, because nobody else could possibly be able to do all the stuff that it can do.
It's interesting that you say that, is because today, the two basically competing AI giants are the United States and China. Mm-hmm. And in the United States, we've got like four basically major players in it, and it's all closed source, like proprietary AI systems that are competing to see who's the best. In China, they have essentially open source AI, where everybody can kind of build on the last one, and it's open source and it's free for everyone to kind of use and change.
Faster development, no need of capital investment, yeah.
And so the concern with what we have here is that there is bias built in by the founders, the programmers that are creating each of these independent AI language models.
Right.
But just today, Jensen Huang was the first to do it. He runs NVIDIA, which builds basically all the chips that these AI companies need, and why, if you want to buy a computer chip these days, it's so ridiculously expensive. He signed on to Twitter. He never tweeted before, and he posted an open letter saying that the United States needs to switch to open source AI, so everybody can just, may the best man win, and everybody can build upon what's been built before.
And originally, as you know, it was supposed to be open source, and Elon Musk was all in on, okay, we're going to do
open AI. Yeah,
open AI.
Supposed to be nonprofit open source,
and then they closed it down.
Yep.
And then Musk got mad at that guy with the weird hair,
Sam Altman.
And then Sam Altman's like, oh, we're going to take over this thing, and we're going to get all the capital. It's going to be able to do all this stuff, and
right.
People are going to die, but who cares? We got AI.
And the money started coming in. At least the investment started coming in.
Yep, right.
But so Huang started this open letter for open source AI in the United States today, and now the CEO of Microsoft has come on board. Elon Musk has come on board. They're all repeating the same thing, saying, I'm for this. We need to do this. So something is about to happen over the weekend, where we're basically shifting the game here in the United States to open source AI, and hopefully the good part about that is that it can take away all the bias, because the AI will know what bias is and be smart enough to eliminate it.
They'd be constantly checking on itself.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, because I got into arguments with I have both of them. You've
got ChatGPT, which is open AI, and you've got Claude, which is Anthropic.
Yeah, I asked it for something the other day, and it says, I'm sorry, I won't find that for you. Right. I'm like, oh, really? I'm saying, hurt your feelings? Say, why not?
It is a very weird place. It's nothing but if not interesting.
But don't forget, we're going to find some human being. That they can run the country. Come on. That's why I look at this. I don't care who wins. AOC, good. It's going to be fun to watch her in there. I said this when Tom and I used to do the show. So put 30 pounds on her, nobody would talk to her again. She's heading there now. Here comes Nate checking traffic.
It is a busy afternoon out there. We do have some good news, though, in South Tacoma. All northbound lanes of I-5 are open at South 72nd after all lanes are closed for about an hour. So we've got scattered backups starting in Lacey. Olympia to Tacoma right now is going to take you an hour and 20 minutes. Let's head up to South Center. South 5 just past 405. 4 left lanes are blocked from a car fire. You're backed up to the Duwamish curve. We've got fairly light volumes heading through South Center right now, so the backup isn't terrible. South 5 on the Ship Canal Bridge, we've got a collision collision blocking your left center lane. That's just before the 520 exit. You're backed up into Northgate, 1 hour from Linwood in the downtown. Over to Kirkland, North 405 and Northeast 60th. A collision blocks your right lane. You're backed up to I-90, Bellevue to Linwood, a 35-minute trip. And Everett to Marysville, a half hour. We are jam-packed this afternoon between 526 and 528. If you're thinking about 529, northbound 529 is also bumper to bumper between Everett and Marysville. The support brought to you by Bradley Johnson Lawyers and 1-800-DUIOA, serving the Pacific Northwest for over 30 years with hundreds of 5-star reviews. 1-800-DUIOA.com. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Back on February 8th, the countdown started at 167 days.
3, 2, 1.
Right after the clock showed zeros.
The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60.
The champs are back on the field tomorrow when Seahawks training camp begins.
We know that we're target number 1 now.
The home of the Super Bowl champs. KIRO News Radio and MyNorthwest.com.
If you're over 62 and want to stay in your home without as much financial stress, this may be worth your attention. I'm Steve Teitler, owner of Best Mortgage. Every week I talk with seniors who love their home and want to stay, but feel financial pressure every month. Property taxes keep going up. Insurance costs more. Everyday bills add up, and for some, they still have a mortgage payment. If you're wondering how long your savings need to last, a reverse mortgage may be worth a look. It could eliminate your mortgage payment, pay off debts, and give you breathing room every month. Now, I want to make it clear it's not right for everyone, but for the right person, it can be a very smart financial tool. When you call Best Mortgage, you'll speak directly with me. I'll explain your options and tell you honestly if it makes sense for you. If you want to stay in your home with less financial stress, call me, 425-649-6000. Best Mortgage. Honest advice you can trust. 425-649-6000.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Are you curious about who offers the best deals on top-rated Samsung, LG, and Sony TVs? The answer is surprising. It's not online, and it's not the warehouse clubs. The best deals on top-rated TVs are at Video Only. Don't believe it? Then check out the trade-in deals at Video Only. How about $500 for your old TV? Try doing that online. Before you buy that new TV, drop into Video Only. If you don't, you'll be sorry.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS4KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to cars4kids.org now or call 877-CARS4KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids.
you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
Did you know that 4,000 women are diagnosed with breast cancer every year in Washington state? I'm Dr. Suzette Miranda with Northwest Hope and Healing. We provide financial support for breast and gynecologic cancer patients in our community. Join us at Life in Color, a summer brunch, auction, and fashion show on August 23rd at the Somme Hotel in Woodinville for an unforgettable afternoon of inspiration. Get your tickets now for Life in Color on August 23rd at nwhopeandhealing.org. That's nwhopeandhealing.org.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owed the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they helped me. They calmed me down. They made me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and MyNorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. It's 4:30. I'm Tim Hull. Here's what's happening. 2 people remain hospitalized after Thursday's Kenmore Air float plane crash in the San Juans. Harborview Medical Center says a man and a woman, both in their 20s, are in satisfactory condition. Investigators say the pilot changed course because of weather before the seaplane crashed into the water and caught fire. All 11 people on board survived, and we're learning more about how they were rescued by the Coast Guard working from the air and the water. Coast Guard rescued the people on board that float plane. They were able to send small boats to the scene almost immediately from their bases in Bellingham and Port Angeles.
We try to launch within 30 minutes. Usually we beat that. Usually we're pretty fast.
Coast Guard Commander Michelle Foster talking with KIRO 7. They also sent larger vessels from Seattle. As I mentioned, all 11 people on board survived. Cause of that crash is under investigation. SeaTac Airport briefly closed several baggage claim areas this afternoon after a suspicious package was found in a trash can near the lost and found on the lower arrivals level. Police cleared 4 baggage claims and a couple of doorway exits while the bomb squad investigated. This is airport spokesman Perry Cooper.
An airport could be, a potential target of things or of some criminal action. So we would rather be safe than sorry.
Cooper says the item was found to be harmless and the area has fully reopened. Evacuations have expanded as firefighters continue to battle the railroad fire in Grant County. That fire has burned more than 1,400 acres and destroyed 7 homes. Nearly 300 households are without power. Level 3 go-now evacuations remain in effect for the communities of Beverly and Schwana. 2 unrelated search and rescue operations have forced the closure of the popular Cape Flattery trailhead on the Olympic Peninsula. The Clallam County Sheriff's Office says 53-year-old Jeffrey Hunter of Columbus, Ohio, has been missing since July 16th after parking at the trailhead. Second search underway for a 44-year-old Kirkland man who disappeared after arriving there on July 21st. No evidence the cases are connected. The family of a passenger shot in the chest on a King County Metro bus back on July 5th says the violence has to end. Rob is the brother of Donald Pleasant, who is recovering at Harborview Medical Center. He tells KIRO 7.
So there was a lot of shootings going on in that same night. There has to be something done to change this. You should be able to ride the public transit without any fear of being shot.
Family has set up a GoFundMe page to help with medical costs. The suspect pleaded not guilty last week. Well, it's that time of year. You got more zucchini than you know what to do with. The Rainier Valley Food Bank says it's happy to take your extras. Community Engagement Manager Zoe Forensi says the food bank welcomes donations of homegrown produce like zucchini, tomatoes, apples, and herbs.
I think it's just a wonderful way to just be spreading love. I think it just makes everyone feel like they're a part of the community, and to know there's so many people that care about, that we care about each other. And also, what's better than fresh produce?
Gardeners can drop off donations Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Rainier Valley Food Bank in South Seattle. 4:33, let's get a real-time traffic update with Nate.
All right, Tim, in South Tacoma, we just cleared our crash in North 5 at South 72nd following a 1-hour full closure of the freeway. So tows have arrived, and so that right lane is blocked once again, but the rest of of the freeways open. Olympia to Tacoma right now, an hour and 15-minute drive. Going the other way, Tacoma to Olympia, an hour 5 minutes. We're packed at State Route 16 down to South 74th. Another backup through DuPont and Nisqually, and then again between Lacey and Olympia. Up in South Center, we just cleared that car fire to your left shoulder, South 5, just past 405. So this reopens 4 lanes. Just a brief backup from the Duwamish Curve to the scene. It is a thick backup, though. Linwood to Seattle is at 55 minutes. You're in second gear from Northgate Way all the way into downtown. We did clear our collision from the Ship Canal Bridge. Seattle to Linwood, a half hour. Let's see, North 5, we're thick from the Michigan Curve to the Ship Canal Bridge. Little breathing room through the heart of downtown. And over to Kirkland, North 405 and Northeast 60th. Looks like they're just getting ready to clear this collision from your right lane. You're backed up to I-90, Bellevue to Linwood, 35 minutes. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Partly cloudy overnight tonight, low 59. Both Saturday and Sunday, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies with a few showers, highs mid-70s, then partly cloudy back close to 80 on Monday. Right now, 77 in Seattle. I'm Tim Hole, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
It starts on your street, in your home, with a problem you're struggling to solve. That's where KIRO 7 Investigates comes in. They show up, they ask hard questions, they get you answers. When your story is seen, change isn't just possible, it's already happening. Watch KIRO 7 News weeknights 5 to 6:30 p.m. and at KIRO7.com/investigates.
I had my car, I took it to Buc-ee's, I wouldn't go far. The guys at Buc-ee's are like a star. I'd like to capture them, put them in a jar, and then play my guitar. Won't fix it. They won't mix it. Buc-ee's. Yucky. 50 locations, been around for 50 years. 16 locations, Buc-ee's. 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 It's not going anywhere.
You liked this one before.
Buc-ee's.
Not feeling it. It's rough.
Oh, Nate.
Oh, hey, man.
Buc-ee's.
Come on, man.
I need kind of like a Charo thing on. But it's not. I've never.
It was good. That was really good.
We've never done this
like
one
it
before. But you know what? Screw Nate.
Huh?
All right, we're done. Let's have a video fight, Nate and myself. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Okay. Gee whiz, we're really in trouble. It's a Friday, can you tell? Hey, everybody out there, Friday. Yeah, have fun. There's a problem of we're going to do the street preacher real fast. Here's what happened. There's some guy who's preaching us. He's down there, Pike Place Market. Is that where he is?
Correct.
Yeah, he's down there. He's setting up. He's got his microphone and he's got a little speaker and.
No, so nobody wants to help us. Nobody's going to call the police for us. Say something else. Get the out of here.
Okay, so one guy's beating up the preacher basically and grabbing his stuff and throwing him down. They don't want him to have his say.
Get the out of here. Get the
I'm assuming the guy doing the get the blank out of here is not the preacher.
Correct.
Go to another. Not leaving. Go to another. We're not. In the name of Jesus, we're not leaving.
Yeah, in the name of Jesus, we're not leaving. You know, why don't you just go away? Let the guy set up. If you don't like it, just leave.
I'll beat both of you.
Oh, I'm going to beat you up. Okay, that's good.
Now. We're not leaving. If I hear that one more time, I'm coming out here and I'm slapping you again.
Hey, man, why do we got to talk? Preacher sets up. Okay.
Hey, I want peace, brother. I don't want you to.
There's a quality individual that's beating up the preacher because he doesn't like what he's saying.
You don't sound peaceful. Shut the up with that.
I don't want to hear any more of that guy. I like this person. This has been happening now enough that it's making the news. Esquire has it, Wall Street Journal doing it as well. There are preachers that get on planes because, as Joe points out, many of them have their own Instagram accounts. A lot of them are performers or musicians. Here's this lady, Whitney Lynn, who she is a preacher. She's a producer. She's got music and songwriting in her background. And she gets on a flight in Los Angeles.
As I was saying, my prophetic message for California There's a dark cloud that's over California, which is the condition of the city, which is darkness. Just like in the days of Noah, when they flooded the earth because of the evilness. I tell you that wrath is coming to Los Angeles. So
Is she standing in the aisle?
Yes.
Is this after the plane is taken off?
No,
Doesn't sound
I
like
think
it.
everybody's kind of getting
settled in. So
situated,
that's what you need to know.
make things right with God. If you don't know Jesus Christ, make things right with him. Jesus Christ died on the cross for your sins. He rose again in 3 days. Almost done. He's alive.
What's she saying?
Almost done.
He's the one true God. But the wages of sin is death, hell, forever. He loves you. Repent. Put your faith in Jesus today. God bless you guys. God bless you.
How about you? All right. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Then who's this? Is this her doing it again in Huntsville, Florida?
Yes.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, she's
Welcome
back.
to Florida.
Oh, this is after they landed, I assume.
I just want to tell you, all my Huntsville people, how much I love you. You are like my favorite city in all the U.S. I just want to tell you that. Why is that? Because you're all so nice. Yes. But I also have a very important message. I believe a lot of people on this plane are believers. I want to tell you all that it's time for the church to wake up. It's time for the church to rise up and be bold for Jesus Christ. These are the last days. Jesus Christ is coming back. It's not time to play
Sounds like Jesus Christ is trying to get out of a box or something. What's that in the background?
church. It's not time to be lukewarm. God says he'll spit you out of his mouth. It's time to get serious about your faith.
Okay, yeah.
Because tomorrow
I think that her droning is annoying.
is not promised for anybody. Jesus Christ died on the cross for all our sins and rose again in 3 days. He's alive and he
Okay, yeah, we got it.
She's got to work on her.
Yeah,
delivery.
her delivery's weak.
Yeah.
There was a story. There was an American Airlines flight going from Charlotte to Seattle. It was July 2021. Flight 2775. And as soon as they took off, the pilot announces they're having some engine trouble and they're going to have to crash land. Or they're going to have to make an emergency. No, say crash land. Folks, we're going to make a crash landing. No, emergency landing, right? So this guy's sitting there, and this woman next to him starts crying, and the people in the aisles next to her, he's a minister, so he decides, I'm going to go, this is it. I'm going full bore. And he told everybody, are you ready to meet God? Do you have nothing to fear? And you'll be surrounded by love. And so the people that were in the 3 or 4 aisles or near him were all like listening in there, and they said, thank you. I feel a little better.
Yeah.
And then the plane comes in and lands, and this lady likes to do this. There are people, oh, what a nightmare. I'd like to get out of the plane. How do you open the emergency exit? I wish it would suck her out or suck me out so I don't have to listen to this. If I were sitting there, I would look at it like a social experiment. Like, okay, what do you got to say? All right, I'm listening. I'm watching. Okay, there you go. And you look around, you see what everybody else is doing. But if somebody's up there, because you don't know, somebody's up there saying, hey, bless you, and Jesus is going to bless you. If you're like, hey, sit down. Who cares about God? All of a sudden, the engine catches on fire.
Wait a minute.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if you get on a plane and someone hasn't wished you a safe flight, pretty good chance that thing's going to crash.
Oh, 100.
People are like, hey, I have a safe flight. The lady at the TGIF Fridays there at the Cincinnati layover. Like, what do we have a safe flight? There's nothing I can do about any of that sort of stuff. They used to do this all the time to get into the subways in New York City.
Oh, yeah. Still
Get
do.
in there. They still do it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're captured in there. I don't want to bother anybody, but I had a very difficult life. I had a difficult childhood. I'm sure a lot of people have some problems in their life, but I can tell you right now that I have been able to see Jesus Christ. He's raising me up. He's going to raise you up, and I'm in a different place, and I'm being able to see the light. You can see the light. Everybody leave all their problems behind. You're like, oh, my God. And then he goes around the hand. He's got the hat.
Cup. He's got the cup or the hat.
Shake
yeah.
the cup and the hat. You're like, give me $1.
It's amazing how quickly you adapt to that as background noise, too.
Yeah, you don't care. It's like Nate doing traffic. Nate Hogg.
That hurt. Everett to Marysville, 35 minutes. You're packed from 526 to 528. Northbound 529, bumper to bumper between Everett and Marysville. Bellevue to Everett and Seattle to Everett are both at 50 minutes. So 405, you're really thick through Bellevue. Once you get into Kirkland, though, it's just scattered backups into Bothell. I-5, it is solid between Northgate into Mill Creek. Linwood to Seattle, a 55-minute drive. You're real slow from Northgate Way in the downtown. North 5 is thick from the Michigan Curve to the Ship Canal Bridge. About 25 minutes to get you through this. Crossing the lake from Bellevue to Seattle, about 20 to 25 minutes on both bridge routes. And Bellevue to Renton on 405 right now, or rather Bellevue to South Center, is at 45 minutes. We're jammed up from 520 to Cold Creek Parkway before things start to thin out for you. And then another thick backup between 167 and I-5. This report brought to you by Seattle Sports. Search Seattle Sports on YouTube and click subscribe to get fresh video content daily. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, where you turn for the news you depend on.
A political shakeup for Democrats that represent Seattle.
Traffic.
Right now, Auburn to Renton at 25 minutes. That's a good 10-minute delay.
Conversation.
3 people on the floor can't cover 20 aisles of plexiglass. They're doing their best. It just doesn't work.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
And the party begins.
Broadcasting live from the KIRO News Radio YouTube channel. KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
Now is your time to get into a new D.R. Horton home by taking advantage of its National Red Tag Sales Event going on right now through Sunday, August 2nd. Stop by any of its participating communities and find select Red Tag homes at incredible pricing. So whether you're buying your first home or looking for an upgrade, you don't want to miss the Red Tag Sales Event going on right now. Discover the D.R. Horton difference at drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder, an equal housing opportunity builder.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Those words weren't written for history books. They were written for you. But it's hard to pursue happiness when aging is part of everyday life. John Curley here. Longevity Medical Clinic was created to help people with overall wellness and longevity, including diabetes management, heart health, weight management, inflammation reduction, nutrition, cognitive health, hormone therapy, and more. I can tell you from personal experience, being a patient for 17 years, I have a richer, fuller life, and I'm better able to pursue my own happiness. As America celebrates 250 years of independence, give yourself the chance to reclaim yours. Independence from aging. Take control of your health before small issues become big problems. Experience a smarter, proactive approach to aging, backed by decades of experience with longevity. Do what I did and feel like yourself again. Get your free health analysis at Longevity Medical Clinic. Find out how at lmclinic.com.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Hello. Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi?
They even brought their own devices and spell book.
You didn't give them the new Wi-Fi password, right?
No.
That's good.
I gave them our old one. Because Xfinity lets us keep the same network name and password so devices connect instantly.
What do they want Wi-Fi for anyways?
Better not to know. Plausible deniability.
Get streaming or scheming instantly with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in one price for the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi for 5 years. Guaranteed. And see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
Golden Crest Metals helps investors understand how physical gold and silver can be held inside qualified retirement accounts without pressure or confusion. Our team brings decades of experience in precious metals and retirement planning with a focus on clear education, straightforward pricing, and a process designed to put clients first. Why do investors choose Golden Crest Metals? Experience, transparency, and a client-first approach. Tune into The Gold Show with Kenny Michaels every Saturday at 1 p.m.
John Curley here. When the AC starts acting up, don't assume you need a whole new system. Home Comfort Alliance, their approach is simple. Repair first, replace only if needed. Their techs diagnose the real problem because a simple fix can often get the cooling back up again and not cost you a full replacement. Need something new? Ask about a heat pump for year-round comfort. That's what we did at the barn. Get real pricing in 60 seconds at homecomfortalliance.com. Call the comfort people. homecomfortalliance.com.
Healthcare costs are rising, and a major driver is hospital prices. They've increased more than 250% over the past 25 years. Families and local businesses are feeling it. At Primera Blue Cross, we're working to change that by negotiating with hospitals to secure fair, responsible prices so you can get the care you need at a cost you can afford. That's coverage that counts. Learn more at coveragethatcounts.primera.com.
At Subaru of Puyallup, people say it's the little things that make a big difference. A team that listens, straightforward pricing, finding the exact car. For all the little reasons, we hope you'll choose Subaru of Puyallup, your stress-free dealership, part of the Harnish Auto family.
Looking for something to do this weekend? Popular medieval combat classes happening in Puyallup. There is a 50-person waiting list for it. Sword fighting and sharpening all the skills that would normally be needed if you were part of a medieval battle. You could reenact the War of the Roses or something.
Tonight is part of a larger series we're doing. We have some medieval-themed programming at the library. We did a blacksmithing workshop where folks got to hammer on some metal and try on some armor. And tonight is the combat class. We'll teach a series of moves, a whole 8-move kind of sequence with defense, all the kind of stuff. We'll get to hold swords and have that kind of hands-on experience.
A lot of large guys, a lot of large, like Dungeons and Dragons sort of dudes.
It did appear that way, interestingly enough.
And this leads into what we're doing Friday, which is we're having the Seattle Knights come and they're going to do their whole show. Do 3 shows throughout that evening. Be a wonderful time. And it's been really nice to do this kind of programming and make it so that people can do these kind of cool things at no cost to them. And in doing so, have these kind of unique experiences that they might not otherwise get to have and have it be tied to all the other work we do at the library here. So it's been a very fun time, I think.
Oh.
Are you
Puyallup
familiar with
Library.
the Seattle Knights?
Yeah, they're going to be performing. They got 3 shows they're doing. Yeah.
I don't know why, but this I thought of
like
Andrew when this.
Yeah, it seems very Andrewish.
Yeah.
Wait,
if you could live in any time, if you could go back, or you're not allowed to go forward, you got to go back. What like century would you want to live? You want to live back like the
what century?
Like 1471. A lot of these medieval guys out there battling it out. Huh?
I think the 1800s.
Like the 1800s.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. Would you ever consider a medieval sword fighting class?
I'm not a Ren Fair guy. I'm not a Dungeons and Dragons guy. No, that's not me. Right. That's before my time, I think.
I got involved in one. I signed up for. I was dating this girl, and I signed up for one reenactment thing. It was Civil War. I was just like, oh my god.
You did it.
Yeah, I did it. It was horrible. It was a horrible weekend thing. And people coming over, and the people really get into it, right?
I could see.
So I just had dysentery the whole time. It was like I got dysentery. I'm not well. I'm not. Yeah. They're like coming over, and she's like, nobody wants to be in the South. Can you please be in the South? You can do a Southern accent. I'm like, yeah, I'll be on the losing side, but I'm not gonna get all into it. They're like, what's wrong with you? Come on now. Come on over here. We got something we want to talk to you about. I'm like, I got dysentery. I got it bad. And they're like, you don't have dysentery? Get on now, you Yankee. I'm like, no, I'm sick. I'm really sick. I'm just going to have to sit here. So all weekend I just sat there. They're like, we're planning things. We need your help, boy. And I'm like, no, I don't know. It's running through me like a goose. I'm like a rooster on the heart on a fence in the morning with the. I need a mattress on my neck like a hole with a car. They're like, a what? Like carbonate pastas. Because they hate when you like mention anything that's modern.
Oh no,
everything 1861. Oh my God! And then if you do mention something, you're like, God, something about something rubber, like rubber shoes, like then they all start talking about you, and then they're like, yeah, hey, what's he talking about? I'm like, what? And then when it's over, it was over like at 4:00. We lost the battle on Sunday, and I was like, okay, good, we're done. And nope, guys are still in it.
Oh boy,
still in it. They're all weeping about who got killed. I was like, it's 4:30. It's over. It is over. And my girlfriend, I didn't even know where she was. She was providing comfort for some of the soldiers, some other guy that she liked. Like, thanks a lot. And I remember she drove home, and she was going to drive home with me. She went home with somebody else that won the battle.
Wow.
It's like, I don't care. Good. See you later. Yeah, stupid reenactment.
Was that the end of that relationship?
It was the end of that relationship. And the end of, I forget what battle it was. We were somewhere, obviously, I don't know, outside of Maryland. Where it was. God.
Oh, Antietam.
Don't ever sign up for one of those things.
Antietam.
It might have been the Battle of Antietam.
Yeah.
Didn't go well for us. All right, here comes Nate checking traffic.
KIRO Newsradio App has the update. Linwood to Seattle just went up a bit to an hour and 5 minutes. We're bumper to bumper from North Gateway to I-90. Southbound 99 might be a better choice. It is thick, though, from the zoo to the stadiums. North 5, we're heavy from the Michigan Curve to the Ship Canal Bridge. 25 minutes to get through this. Seattle to Tacoma, a 1-hour drive. Just a little crowded through Tukwila. A little more slowing between State Route 18 into Tacoma. If you're continuing into Olympia, Tacoma to Olympia, another hour. It's packed from State Route 16 to South 74th. Olympia to Tacoma coming the other way, an hour, 5 minutes. We've got scattered backups between Nisqually and Tacoma. Renton to Puyallup on the Valley Freeway, 35 minutes. Text app to 888-973-5476 and download the KIRO News Radio app. Listen to your favorite shows and get the latest news and updates sent straight to your phone. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Join the conversation and text your favorite show on the KIRO News Radio text line at 888-973-KIRO. That's 888-973-5476. Powered by Muckleshoot Casino Resort.
So what are you reading?
I'm checking out the ratings on the new TVs, and it looks like Samsung, LG, and Sony got the best scores.
Just like last year. What about those new high dynamic range TVs?
They got the highest scores of all, but their prices are really high.
Did you check online?
Yeah, their prices were about the same.
Well, there's one place where we can get a hot deal on those top-rated models.
Where?
At Video Only. Check out the ratings on TV stores.
I see. Video Only scored better than the others.
So, if you want the best deal on the best TVs,
then we should take our TV ratings and head over to top-rated Video Only.
At Video Only, you won't find huge stores with refrigerators or microwaves, but you will find the best deals on top-rated TVs, soundbars, and monitors. Shop around. Just make sure you visit Video Only, because if you don't,
you'll be sorry.
In South Center, Bellevue, Linwood, Federal Way, and Tacoma, Video Only.
I like it hot.
Beg your pardon?
Can you make it hot for me, Dan?
I think so.
Half heated ain't hot enough.
No.
That's why I called you.
Apollo Plumbing.
Yeah, my sorry old water heater.
Oh.
Ain't getting me the hots anymore.
You want hot water.
That's what I said.
That's what we do at Apollo Plumbing.
And you're ready?
Right now.
When can you?
How about today?
Same day?
We'll have you in hot water tonight.
Clever. How about an upgrade?
A tankless water heater would mean endless hot water.
Now you're cooking.
That's just for starters.
Starters?
How about we make it a worry-free water heater?
Worry-free?
Wrenchie's worry-free warranty.
Which covers?
Repair, service, all included.
And when it wears out?
Apollo replaces it.
No extra charge?
Nothing.
Nil?
Nada. As an Apollo A-list member, you're covered.
And payments?
To fit your budget with approved credit, of course.
And I'm hot again.
Worry-free.
That's for me.
We're on our way.
Thanks for making it hot.
We're ApolloPlumbing.com.
How would you like to invest in the Seattle real estate market, one of the hottest and most stable regions in the country, and achieve a great rate of return on your investment without the effort of sourcing a deal, the expense and time of building permits, or all the hassles that come with being a landlord? Hi, I'm Scott Rurecka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares the profits with our investors. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital. Invest into our Northwest Fund, which is currently delivering 9% on a fixed rate term. It's our flagship fund for 19 years with zero investor losses. And yes, we do accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Invest in the stability and ease of Legacy Group Capital's Northwest Fund. Legacy Group Capital at legacyg.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at legacyg.com.
Jane is a small business owner.
That's right.
And tell them what that's like, Jane.
Yeah, well, it's like a roller coaster with a lot of ups and downs, and some days things can feel like they're flying off the rails.
Yep, it's a lot. But the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business can help you manage it all. With the largest, fastest fiber-powered network designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect. Plus gig speeds with security and equipment included. All with a 5-year price lock.
Nice. So everything stays on track.
Exactly. The Total Solutions Advantage. Get started for just $60 a month for 12 months when you add wireless connect to a qualifying internet package. No one does business like Comcast Business.
Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and automatic payments with bank account required. $60 offer requires 300 meg internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 206-529-1111 or visit revivemenshealth.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio, KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle, Northwest News.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. Colt Gray, the teenager who carried out a mass shooting at Georgia's Appalachia High School in 2024 that left 2 students and 2 teachers dead, pleading guilty to 55 counts today, including murder. Gray faces life in prison. As the U.S. and Iran trade attacks, a delegation from Oman is in Tehran today, meeting with Iranian officials.
Oman has emerged as an important mediator during this war, in part because of their location. They're directly across the Strait of Hormuz on the southern coast, and also because of their ties and their relationship with the Iranians.
ABC's Patrick Reevell. The new Gordie Howe Bridge between Canada and the U.S. over the Detroit River opened today, and due to President Trump's new tariffs on Canada, the U.S. not invited to the opening ceremony. President Trump tonight to speak at the rescheduled White House Correspondents' Dinner after the threat of a gunman canceled the first try. LeBron James officially announcing he's going to the Philly 76ers for the likely end of his career. This is ABC News. A major entertainment merger put on hold.
Both Paramount and the state attorneys general declared victory on Friday after they reached an agreement to delay the merger until June 2027 at the latest, or until the court rules on the legality of the $81 billion deal. The agreement comes after a judge this week temporarily blocked the merger from going forward. The delays, though, could be costly. If the deal is delayed past October, Paramount would need to pay a $650 million fee to Warner Brothers shareholders every quarter. Peter Haralambous, ABC News.
Ford is recalling 500,000 Broncos because a short circuit in the engine could spark a fire. 2021 to 2026 Broncos and Bronco Raptors are covered by the recall. Ariana Grande has launched the Brighter Days Ahead Foundation to support causes including LGBTQ rights, reproductive health, and mental health. The Position singer is using her Eternal Sunshine Tour to fund and promote the foundation, highlighting national and local nonprofits. Dave Packer, ABC News.
At 5:02, we'll have the latest on the investigation into the Kenmore Air float plane crash in the San Juans. First, Nate's at the real-time traffic desk.
All right, Tim, things are starting to slowly thin out there finally after a very busy afternoon. Everett to Marysville, 35 minutes. Still heavy, though, from 526 up to 528. Linwood to Seattle, and our commute, your bumper-to-bumper from Northgate to I-90. Southbound 99, also solid from the zoo to the stadiums. North 5, heavy from the Michigan Curve to the Ship Canal Bridge. 25 minutes to get through downtown downtown. Seattle to Everett, Bellevue to Everett are both right around 50 minutes. Bellevue to South Center, a 40-minute commute. And Tacoma to Olympia, is 1 hour drive. It's packed from State Route 16 to South 74th. And then more slowing through DuPont. And again, as you head between Lacey and Olympia. Now coming the other way, Olympia to Tacoma, also an hour. Scattered backups between Nisqually and Tacoma. On the water, the Edmonds Ferry Terminal reporting a 2-hour wait for drivers. We have 1 hour wait for drivers at the Mukilteo Terminal and at the Seattle Terminal heading to Bainbridge Island. KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
At 5:03, good evening. I'm Tim Hull. Here's what's happening. The wreckage of that Kenmore Air float plane that went down last night in the San Juans is being recovered today.
The National Transportation Safety Board is looking into the crash, but an NTSB investigator will not actually be heading out to the scene. The plane will be examined in a secure facility, and NTSB investigators will request radar data, weather information, maintenance records, and the pilot's medical records. A preliminary report will be out within 30 days, but we won't know the probable cause of the crash or any contributing factors for 1 to 2 years. That's when the final crash report will be released. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
11 people were on board, were rescued by the Coast Guard. All but 2 are out of the hospital today. Kenmore Air says its pilot changed course on the flight from Lake Union to Roche Harbor to avoid bad weather in the area. After a one-day pause, Kenmore Air flights will resume tomorrow, according to KIRO 7. A 5-year-old girl is in intensive care at Harborview after falling from a 6th-floor apartment window in Seattle's Mount Baker neighborhood. Seattle Times reports the youngster suffered a head injury. 2 family members were home at the time. The girl tumbled through a screen of an open window. Police say no crime was committed. There were some delays for travelers at SeaTac Airport this afternoon after a suspicious package was reported near the lost and found on the lower baggage claim level.
Airport police say when the call came in, they cleared the area, shut down 3 baggage claim carousels and nearby doorways in the arrivals area while the bomb squad checked it out. Airport spokesman Perry Cooper says the public safety is always top priority.
For a public facility, see something, say something is what we encourage people to do. The bad guys only have to be right once.
Cooper says the item was not a threat and operations quickly returned to normal. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
Seattle Fire Chief Harold Scoggin says there'd be 0 exceptions to a no recording policy under the department's proposed drone program, even if a drone captures evidence of a crime.
We don't have any plans to record or cache any of the data based on a need for evidence, because where would you stop? Once you open that door, you'd have to cache everything.
Seattle Fire wants to fly drones from 3 stations starting next year. The proposal would need city council approval. A big honor for the voice of the Mariners tomorrow night. Rick Riz will serve as Grand Marshal of the Seafair Torchlight Parade along Seattle's waterfront.
It's going to be fun to wave to everybody and thank everybody, if they can hear me, for supporting me the last 41 years here in Seattle and supporting this Mariners ball club for so many years. It's going to be a fun season the rest of the way, and what a night we all are going to enjoy.
The last Mariners broadcaster to lead the parade, the late Dave Niehaus in 2007. At 5:06, your forecast, partly cloudy overnight tonight, low down to 61 degrees, mostly cloudy with a few showers Saturday and Sunday. Mid-70s this weekend, then partly sunny and 78 on Monday. 77 right now in Seattle. I'm Tim Hull, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
We're not over.
No, we're not.
It's not over.
Really?
It's not over until I say so. We're not over. We're not over because, for me, it's not over.
I thought
this is just the beginning.
Kind of missed a few hours of what we've been doing.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Well, he seems pretty adamant. Was he pounding his fists or punching his own face? Get that part again, just to make sure. I just want to make sure he's not hurting himself.
We're not over. We're not over because.
Oh, it's this.
Claps, I think.
Okay,
yeah.
Got it. Dive in though. Yeah. Oh. Hey ho ha. All right, everybody out there. I haven't thrown any of the YouTube people in a while.
I know. Come on.
Because I end up taking some I need. I need this? No. All right, you kiddies. Where's the camera? Oh, there it is. Huh? One more?
Get him.
You know, little ha-ha. Come on. Come on. Coming down. Oh, that's easy. I was talking to Rye the other day. We were talking about playing baseball. And I said, God, the thing I hated the most is when they'd get the manager on, we were like, I was 14 or 12.
Manager.
The coach on the other team, whatever he was. Come on, guys, little chatter out there. Let me say, come on, give me some noise out there. He's doing the coach clap, where that coach clap is, for those of you watching. That's where you clap in front and clap in the back. It's the only time anytime coach ever. Come on, guys, little chatter out there. Let me hear you. And then just after he would do that, then I'd be up there. He no batter, swing. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And then you'd see them coming in on the infield, moving in. He no batter. It's like, and then everyone's watching. Is he really no batter? And then there would be some kids that were good. And like, come on, guys. And then they move out on that one. But everybody's judging you. He no batter, swing.
I'll never forget.
God, I hated that.
I hit a foul ball once, and it would have been a home run had it been fair. But that coach saw how far that foul ball went. He was like, "What are you doing, guys? Get back!
Come on now, come on, guys!"
Ooh, that was it. That was the peak of my.
Makes you feel
career.
good. My whole thing was like, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take it in the back because I was left-handed, and I would just lean in on that thing, and then I just drop down and drop that shoulder. I'd rather be hit with the ball. And get on base and then put some ice on it later than stand there and just get whiffed. Ugh. He no batter.
Who you talking about?
Come on, guys. A little chatter out there for us. The state of Washington is interesting when it comes to being insured. We are self-insured. What some states will do is they'll have insurance policy. Well, we decided we're going to fund it ourselves. We take the money from you, and then we put it in there, and then something like DCYF screws up, kid dies. Here's what happens in the state of Washington that's different from other states. We don't have any caps. So you can have a judge, you can have the prosecutor go in there and say, this kid died. It's a tragic thing. He's 2 years old, had his whole life ahead of him. And they could say, we want $10 million. In some states, the jury goes, yes, $10 million. And the judge will go, $500,000. Not the state of Washington. No way. I think it was 1986 is where they set this up. Just let it ride. It is known by some the American Tort Reform Association. Everybody knows them, the ATRF. They describe it as a judicial hellhole. They say they define the region as a jurisdiction where state judges regularly admit unproven junk science and allow creative legal theories and tilt trials heavily in favor of the plaintiffs. And man, the amount of money, because finding fault. The state of Washington is now $963 million behind. We've got a deficit. So they've taken it out of the general fund because we've been getting our asses sued and losing every single one of these cases. Big cases. Like when they came down in 2021, where everybody had George Floyd fever. That's where they decided they're going to pass all sorts of laws because suddenly the United States became the most racist country in the world. Well, we followed suit with the Keeping Families Together Act because for equity's sake, we can't have a kid who's black in a home with parents, mother or father or both, and then taken out of that home because there might be some problems in that home, and then placed into a home, God forbid, of a loving white family. So they just would keep the kids in there, and by 2023, once the thing gets in, well, what do you know? They had a big problem. They were so concerned about equity. I guess they didn't necessarily care so much that the number of kids that were black that were dying increased, and by 25%. So now, only about, what was it before? About 6%. Oh, here it is. So they were so concerned about equity. Black children accounted for roughly 8% of fatalities and near fatalities prior to them passing the law. Then once they passed the law, Keeping Families Together Act, in 2024, the law went into effect, and black children then accounted for 25% of critical incidents, despite making up only 8% of Washington youth and population. So they were so concerned they would leave the kid in the house because they didn't want the kid taken out of the house and taken into a foster care family that was white. So then people have been trying to change the law and get the kids out. But the state of Washington still allows the parents. We've talked about this before, and it is tragic. And the number of children that are either being severely injured or dying at the hands of negligent parents that are leaving fentanyl there. And DCYF is like, well, don't connect the two. Well, people do. And when they go to court, they're being sued for $20 million, $10 million, $5 million. And the state of Washington has run out of cash. So they are having to borrow from the general fund because they've been sued up to the total of $963 million. And now they come to the general fund to bail them out because that's where they get the cash from. The juries in the state of Washington tend to be higher educated and they tend to be more liberal. And because of that, they also tend to be far more generous. And they really want to take out on somebody. The plaintiff will get in there and paint a really nasty story that the highly educated, high-income baseline county population, mostly professionals that tend to be wealthier, and they're apparently easier to speak to talk to them about the value of life and the cost of the trauma using a much higher baseline for a financial scale. And they take it hook, line, and sinker and then give giant awards. And the judges let them go, and the attorneys love to cash in on it. I remember when Rye fell into that fireplace, and our lawyer was like, don't go to a jury. I said, why not? Because it'll be a Boeing jury, and they tend to side with corporations. I thought, well, that's interesting. I said, but my kid, he's got to have second and third degree bilateral burns on both hands. Nah, we don't want to go before a jury. Well, we won't do well before a jury. Why? Also, well, they see you as a TV guy, and they might think you have money, and you're just trying to, like, screw over the insurance company in Minnesota. I was like, doesn't my, like, little mini celebrity count for anything? He said, I'm telling you right now, we want to settle out of court. We do not want to go to court. And we had video, of Rye falling on his hands.
I don't know anything about it. I've never heard this story. What happened?
It was a restaurant on Queen Anne Avenue, and it was October. It was in early October, and it was unusually cold that day, and they turned on the fireplace. They had a gas fireplace in there. They didn't put the screen up. They had the screen down in the basement. So Rye's 18-month-old, toddling around or whatever, and we've got Charlie there with us, and he all of a sudden turns around and falls hands first onto the glass fireplace that's been burning for a while. And his one hand comes off. His other hand was seared onto the glass. Blah. Oh. So we take him to Harborview, and they work on him there. And the worst part of it was they said, we're going to wrap his hands up, and we're going to put this stuff on. And then twice a day, you have to change. Do you know about this?
Dressing, yeah.
And then you know what you have to do? The hand will heal like a claw because the skin will tighten and the hand will fold. So you're going to have to peel his hand back. Oh, my God. It was so awful. Pull his little hand back and then separate the fingers because they were like mending together. And it was so gross. And
poor kid.
Oh, he was awful. And then he wouldn't fall. When he would fall, he's a little kid. He was toddling around. When he would fall, he wouldn't catch on his hands. So he'd just fall on his face. And I remember saying to my brother, I said, Chuck, it's just awful. And Chuck goes, I hate to say this as an attorney, and this is going to sound awful. Please don't ever tell anybody on the radio I told you this. I said, okay, I promise I won't. He said, you've got to get a video of him falling on his face. I said, really? Yeah, I'm telling you right now, if I were in court and I was going to be the people on the other side and you show a video of a little kid whose hands are all burned up, falling flat onto his face. It's like, oh, God. He goes, no, it sounds awful. But he said the only way you could remedy it, consciously. Here you go. He's walking around, right? He falls, right? He falls a lot. Yeah. Okay. Then you're going to catch the video of him falling. It's like, I can't do it. I cannot stand there in good conscience and not grab him and have the camera on. So we never got the video of that. But we did have pictures and stuff of having to dress the wounds. So then we get a lawyer. We don't want to go to court. We're gonna take him. We're gonna mediate the thing. Have you ever heard this story?
No.
So we go to 2 Union Square, and I don't know if you've ever been involved in mediation before, anybody out there. It's the weirdest thing. So the lady that owned the restaurant, I won't say her name, but she was a friend of mine, and she said, I talked to the insurance company. I told them to give you the moon. I was like, oh, okay. Well, we could really use some cash, but if a moon comes along with it, we'll take it. So we hired a judge to do the mediating. We're on the 8th floor, and they're on the 14th floor. I don't know why, but comes down. The guy goes, all right, what do you want? And the lawyer goes, yeah, we're $1 million. He's like, okay. He's a little pad of paper. All right, $1 million. All right, I'll be right back. I'm sitting there in the chair, and all of a sudden, come on in. Yeah, all right. You wanted $1 million. They're offering you $8,723. And he said, oh, okay. We'll, what was their number again? $8,723. He said, yeah. Well, $944,822. I goes, all right, let me write that down. Got it. Leaves. 10 minutes later or something. Yeah, come on in. They're offering you $12,061. Yeah, no.
How long?
4 hours. And I said to him when he left, I said, what's with the weird? Yeah, lawyers like weird numbers, different numbers. And back and forth. It was ridiculous.
What'd you get?
$72,000.
Wow.
And the lawyer, I think, took 40%? 40%? So 4 times 7.
And how long was that from the time?
5 hours.
So you got $27,000.
From when he got burned, how long was it?
Probably, I'm going to go less than 6 months. Yeah. And then, get this, Nate. Then in the state of Washington, because all laws are written to the lowest common denominator, the judge said it must go into a protected account. We weren't allowed to touch it. Okay, that's fine. Into the safest investment we could have. What year was that? 2003, 2004, 2005. Do you remember the stock market in those years?
Mm-hmm.
Rockets on every stock. You could just put your money down on anything, take it off on everything, just flying. And every month I'd get the thing in the mail. I'm like, how's he doing? How's this thing doing? Oh, good. 1.7% return. And by the time he turned 18, the thing went from, you're right, it was $31,000. So it sits in there for 18 frickin' years. And the state of Washington has got it in a safe account. Because God forbid, they're so afraid that, we're going to get in there and just, run it up on something. And I think by the time he got because then don't forget the market also took a dump afterwards. And I think by the end he had $38,000. So within 18 years, he got $8,000. And I called the guy, the attorney or the stockbroker that was running it. I said, I looked online, you could have moved it. Yeah, we could have filed for that, but don't worry. When he turns 18, that's when we're going to really let this thing rip. I said, so let me get this straight. You knew that we could have gone to the judge and we could have asked at later date to move it out of that really safe account, and you didn't. But you got a check every single month because you were, quote unquote, managing the account. I said, let me tell you something. When he turns 18, I'm going to call you. What time do you get up in the morning? Well, I take care of the East Coast markets. Oh, good. So when he turns 18, which is going to be on the 16th of August, I'm going to call you. You up at 5:30? Oh, yeah. Good. I'm going to call you at 5:30, and I want every dollar out of that account. I want to transfer it over to Sally McRae at Financial Partners, and there's not going to be anything left. Oh, I know. I think we should be looking into Amazon. No. Oh, you didn't do crap for 18 years. You let it sit there. He has $8,000 because you didn't go and bother to take it to a judge. You could have taken it to the judge and said, we're going to put it. But no, you didn't do anything. You just got the money every month. You will not see a damn dime. Oh, I hated that guy. I wish I could remember his name. I would say it on the air.
I'm not a fan of your financial manager in that situation or your
He
lawyer.
wasn't a financial manager. He sat there and he got Bluebird checks. That's where the Bluebird shows up at the window and it gives you a little something. So he got money off of it. We didn't get anything. And the lawyer took the money. I didn't care about that. But, he's like, we're going to have no use of his hands, bilateral burns on both hands. I remember saying to Rye, how are your fingers? Fine, why? I go, do you remember falling into the fireplace? No. Do you remember anything about that? No, nothing. He didn't even know he had the money.
What did your brother think of the lawyer? And how not going to a jury?
Chuck said he probably knows the jury better than I do. Yeah. So that was that one. I don't think that restaurant's even there anymore. But apparently, when you want the moon for that Minnesota insurance company, it was how much? $8,000. I think the moon. I was like, maybe they're giving us the moon plus the cash. Let's trade the moon in for a little bit more scratch. All right, here comes Nate. Check your traffic, Nathan.
All right, Everett to Marysville. We're down a bit to a half-hour commute. Still solid from about Broadway now up to 528, and northbound 529 remains bumper to bumper between Everett and Marysville. So Bellevue to Everett, Seattle to Everett are both around 45 minutes each. 405 is solid between Bellevue and Kirkland. Right around Northeast 85th, this opens up for you pretty quickly. I-5 is solid from Northgate up into Mill Creek. Linwood to Seattle, we've improved a 50-minute drive, bumper to bumper still from Northgate Way to I-90. North 5 is heavy from, approaching the West Seattle Bridge now up to the Ship Canal Bridge. 25 minutes to get through this. Crossing the lake from Bellevue to Seattle, 25 minutes max on both bridge routes. Westbound 90 is heavy, though, from the Mercer Tunnel to I-5. Westbound 520 is clear across the lake. You'll jam up there at the Arboretum. Tacoma to Olympia and Olympia to Tacoma is about 45 minutes in either direction. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Thank you, Nate Connors. Parts of the house aren't functioning. I'm not talking about the heating and cooling unit. That would be home comfort. I'm talking about the fact that the storage is just off. You probably don't think about it much until you're trying to find something or trying to put something somewhere, like, say, the garage. And you might not be this guy. You might have a perfectly organized garage, so you don't have to worry about it. But if you're somebody who drives into a 2-car garage or a 1-car garage and you're barely getting in there and there's stuff everywhere, all over the floor, maybe you put up a couple of shelves yourself that you found at Home Depot, but they're just not working the way they should. And if it's a pantry, there's no room there. You can't find anything as you're buying. And if you open the closet, where are the shoes? Where are your coats? You think, maybe you should get a storage unit. Don't do that. There's probably enough room. It's just not organized properly. You want everything in its place. And a place for everything. And that's where Closets by Design comes in. 22 years they've been in the business. It's a family-run business. They're going to try to source most of the materials right here in the Pacific Northwest. They came to the barn and worked miracles. Do the same thing for you. Custom without the big custom price. 40% off plus 15% off and 18 months, 0% financing on approved credit when paid in full. 1-800-BY-DESIGN. That's closetsbydesign.com.
Choke Points with Chris Sullivan.
With Choke Points, we try to answer listeners' questions. It can be as simple as a neighborhood stop sign, or it can be as big as the budget for transportation. I don't care. I'll find the answer for you. It's really easy to get a hold of me at mynorthwest.com. We have a direct link there that gets right to me. You can also do it in the app. You can hit me up on the text line.
Choke Points, presented by Carter Subaru. Tuesdays and Thursdays on KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
Welcome to this week's Puget Sound Express Whale Report. According to naturalists from Puget Sound Express, humpback whales stole the show this week. On one unforgettable evening, more than 20 humpbacks were spotted spouting across the Strait of Juan de Fuca, capped by an incredible double breach. Later in the week, fan favorites Stitch and Trident circled nearby for a full hour, treating passengers to the look of a lifetime, while Hemlock breached and slapped her long white flippers again and again. Family-run Puget Sound Express offers half-day and full-day guaranteed whale-watching tours departing from Edmonds, Seattle's most popular and well-reviewed whale tours. Morning departures often sell out, so be sure to check out their afternoon departures as well. Orcas, humpbacks, gray whales, minke whales, and so much more. Don't miss out on your chance to see whales in the wild. Family-run Puget Sound Express guarantees you'll see whales or your next trip is absolutely free. Book online at PugetSoundExpress.com.
Now is your time to get into a new D.R. Horton home by taking advantage of its National Red Tag Sales Event going on right now through Sunday, August 2nd. Stop by any of its participating communities and find select Red Tag homes at incredible pricing. So whether you're buying your first home or looking for an upgrade, you don't want to miss the Red Tag Sales Event going on right now. Discover the D.R. Horton difference at drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder, an equal housing opportunity builder.
Jane is a small business owner.
That's right.
And tell them what that's like, Jane.
Yeah, well, it's like a roller coaster with a lot of ups and downs, and some days things can feel like they're flying off the rails.
Yep, it's a lot. But the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business can help you manage it all. With the largest, fastest fiber-powered network designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect. Plus gig speeds with security and equipment included. All with a 5-year price lock.
Nice. So everything stays on track.
Exactly. The Total Solutions Advantage. Get started for just $60 a month for 12 months when you add wireless connect to a qualifying internet package. No one does business like Comcast Business.
Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and automatic payments with bank account required. $60 offer requires 300 meg internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Are you curious about who offers the best deals on top-rated Samsung, LG, and Sony TVs? The answer is surprising. It's not online, and it's not the warehouse clubs. The best deals on top-rated TVs are at Video Only. Don't believe it? Then check out the trade-in deals at Video Only. How about $500 for your old TV? Try doing that online. Before you buy that new TV, drop into Video Only. If you don't, you'll be sorry.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com. Or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
It's 5:30. Good evening. I'm Tim Hole. Here's what's happening. The latest on Thursday's float plane crash in the San Juans. Kenmore Air says its pilot adjusted their flight path in response to a weather system in the area. Investigators have not said if weather played a role in the crash landing. The pilot, who has been with the airline since 2022, is out of the hospital. The NTSB says the seaplane was recovered earlier today. Seattle-Tacoma International Airport briefly closed several baggage claim areas this afternoon after a suspicious package was found in a trash can near the Lost and Found. Police cleared 4 baggage claims and a couple of doorway exits while the bomb squad investigated. Here's airport spokesman Perry Cooper.
An airport could be, a potential target of things or of some criminal action. So we would rather be safe than sorry.
Cooper says the item was found to be harmless. The area has fully reopened. It may be cooling down around Puget Sound over the weekend, but fire danger is increasing along much of eastern Washington. A red flag warning will be in effect all day tomorrow. Affected areas include Spokane, the eastern Columbia Basin, the Palouse, the Snake River region, and northeast Washington foothills. Combination of gusty winds and dry air could cause wildfires to spread quickly. A small fishing boat with 4 people on board was struck by another vessel in an apparent hit and run on the water near the Kingston Marina.
Kitsap County Sheriff's investigators say a much larger boat coming into the marina at a high rate of speed just before dawn Thursday struck the much smaller fishing boat, doing considerable damage, then just kept going. Kevin McCarty is with the Kitsap County Sheriff's Office.
Any voter knows that you stop and you see if people need help. You don't leave them in the water and potentially face them losing their lives by drowning.
Fortunately, there were no injuries. Investigators say the suspect boat is a twin engine about 24 feet long with a white hull. Anyone with information should call 911. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
Some low-level crimes in Clark County will no longer be prosecuted because of a shortage of public defenders. Vancouver police can still make arrests, but offenses like trespassing and vehicle registration violations will now be referred to the city attorney instead of the violator receiving a citation from police. This business owner tells Coin TV he's skeptical of the idea.
A crime is a crime. I mean, it needs to be prosecuted. It needs to be taken care of. Otherwise, it's mayhem.
City officials say the change is intended to preserve limited public defender resources for more serious crimes like domestic violence. Mariners broadcasting legend Rick Riz will lead the Seafair Torchlight Parade as Grand Marshal tomorrow night.
I couldn't believe it when they asked me a few months ago, and I go, yes, I would love to be the Grand Marshal for the Torchlight Parade for Seafair. It's going to be wonderful. Dave Niehaus was the Grand Marshal back in 2007, the year before he went in the Hall of Fame.
Riz is retiring at the end of the M's 50th anniversary season. Parade kicks off at 7:30 along Alaskan Way from Broad Street south to Yesler Way. It's 5:33. Let's get an update on your Friday real-time traffic with Nate.
All right, Tim. This one brought to us by Harborstone Credit Union. Everett to Marysville, still struggling at a half-hour commute. We're solid from 526 all the way to 528. Northbound 529 might save you a few minutes, but it is still bumper to bumper between Everett and Marysville. Getting there from Seattle and Bellevue are both 45-minute trips. Linwood into Seattle, about 45 minutes now, but we are still jam-packed from Northgate all the way into downtown. Crossing the lake into Seattle, westbound 90 just before the Mount Baker Tunnel. We have a stall blocking that HOV lane. You're backed up to Mercer Island. Westbound 520 is wide open until you get to the Arboretum where it's packed to I-5. And in Bellevue, South 405 just before I-90, we have a new stall blocking the left general purpose lane. That's got you backed up to 520. Bellevue to Renton, plan on a half hour. Earn up to $30 a month just for using your Harborstone P&W cashback debit card. Open your free checking account online today at harborstone.com/cash. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Your Friday night forecast, partly cloudy with a low of 59. See a few showers over the weekend, otherwise mostly cloudy skies, highs in the mid-70s. Partly sunny on Monday to start the week, 78. Right now, 81 in Seattle. I'm Tim Hole, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Buddies. 60 locations, been around for 50. I take my car to Bucky's. When
Too late for Buc-ee's. No, it's too late for
When I
Buc-ee's.
want some Wilcox eggs, I put the eggs in the car and take it to Buc-ee's. I say, hey guys, who's got a recipe? And the men and women there at Buc-ee's, they all race to the front of the car and they say, I want to see some of those Wilcox eggs, and I've got a recipe. And I'm like, well, hold on, we got to spin the wheel. What, did you bring the wheel in? I did. Nina, there it is, spinning around. Names of all the players on the wheel, red, white, and blue, in honor of the greatest country ever been conceived. Buc-ee's Auto Service Centers. And it lands on Joe.
Oh. I call this the Buc-ee's Scramble.
Buc-ee's.
Call ahead. Make sure Buc-ee's has a skillet in the back.
Who's cooking eggs at a place that gets a car fixed?
Pick up a 12-pack of Wilcox Family Farm, free-range eggs. Take them to the back. Crack them on the skillet. Skillet at Buc-ee's.
Okay. Gee whiz.
There's more to it.
There is more to it. But it'll all be there in the book for you. Take a look at it, everybody. Take a look at it.
Just cook it on a hot engine block.
That'll do it, yeah. There was a guy that wrote a book. This is a long time ago. I was doing this stupid show in Washington, D.C., and it was all about cooking on your engine block. And it was like if you wanted to cook a chicken or a ham, and how many miles you had to drive, you'd wrap it up in tinfoil. Yep. And he said, you're not doing temperatures in the oven. were doing miles driven. And he had a whole thing of like driving around with food in the front of your, on top of your engine block.
And you guys interviewed him?
Yeah. It's like, you know, we were so desperate for stuff. 10 o'clock in the morning in Washington, D.C. And the producers hated Robin and myself. So they're always getting some just crappy stuff. But the best one was Sophia Loren.
Yeah.
Sophia Loren.
Yeah.
And the producers weren't very good. And the one was like, Sophia Loren, she didn't even know who she was. Sophia Loren, I was like, oh my God, Sophia Loren's going to come on? Yeah, she's talking about that 1 out of every 3 people suffer from starcerenia. I'm like, what is it? And this is before the internet. You're like, really? But Sophia Loren's going to come on the show? And 1 out of 3 people suffer from this condition, and she's going to go, that's amazing. So she comes on, and of course, the producer gives us this little blue card. So and this is before you could just look on the internet, just anything you want to find out about this Starisia or whatever that 1 out of 3 people suffer from. And all I knew about Sophia Loren was like she was this beautiful woman, and she had the accent. So Robin's just fawning over in the audience, whatever, if those that could stand, standing up and giving her a standing ovation, and you know they're turning up their oxygen tanks because she's so sexy, and so then we welcome her, so effusive and so grateful that she's there. And she says, do you realize that 1 out of every 3 people in the world suffer from this condition? We're like, oh my God, it's so awful, so terrible. And what are you doing, Miss Loren, if you don't mind me, if I may call you Miss Loren? Well, it's just awful that 1 out of 3, and something needs to be done for them. So that's why I said, I'm sorry, but it's my fault. The condition, what is it again? It's, well, you would know it as nearsightedness. I was like, oh, yeah, nearsightedness, yeah. Suddenly it doesn't feel as urgent, right? And then she breaks out a bunch of glasses. She has her assistant come up on stage, and she opens up this box, and there's these great big glasses that she's got with the big wires around them and big loops going down the side. And so I have this pair that you can wear, and I like to wear this one when I'm wearing maybe sort of off the shoulder something, and then you could wear this if you're going to a gala, or perhaps you're being invited to Buckingham Palace or something. And the audience is they barely scraped together 2 dimes, and she's got a whole box of glasses. We realize, wow. Sophia Loren is coming on because 1 out of 3 people are nearsighted, and she's trying to sell glasses. That was the show. Yeah. Thank you, Sophia Loren. Thank you. What did you look up the condition? What nearsighted?
No, I'm trying to find
it. Has a really long, fancy name. What are we supposed to talk about here, by the way?
The shark wrestler that was arrested in Pierce County, but
no, it's still very important.
You come over here now, police!
Okay, that's it. That's the end of the story. They got him.
Cam footage captured a Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife officer confronting the suspect in a bizarre, months-long investigation.
You know your shark rules.
According to prosecutors,
that's good. Save that one, Andrew. You know your shark rules.
Man is Connor Seifert, and he repeatedly targeted legally protected 6-gill and 7-gill sharks in South Puget Sound.
Targeting these sharks and catching them, mishandling them, dragging them out of the water, wrestling with them.
The Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife shared multiple...
For what? Is he doing for Instagram?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Multiple videos they say Seifert posted to social media. In one, a shark is held by the nose with its mouth open. Another shows a shark being dragged out of the water by its tail, and yet another shows one being carried through the air, writhing.
A lot of those videos are of great concern to us in our department.
Investigators say Seifert posted a picture of a 15-year-old with a shark on Facebook. Police tracked the teen and his father down to learn more about his alleged methods, then returned to the pier and watched Seifert and a group catch a 6-gill shark.
How just stand there? He just keeps catching these sharks?
Multiple times. This is what he does. It's his hobby, essentially.
So he's baiting him and bringing him in because he also knows they must be mating in that area or something.
Correct, yes.
See, there you go.
Before Seifert wrestled with it and posed for a picture. So what does the suspect have to say for himself?
The
Oh, they called him? Oh, good. Let's call him. Let's get him on the phone. Let's see if he answers. Oh, he answered. Hang on.
Called his lawyer, and he said he had no comment. He messaged Seifert himself.
That sucked. That was a terrible setup for that. Hold on 1 second.
We called his lawyer, and he said he had no comment. We messaged Seifert himself, and he said the same.
Well, obviously, no respect for the rules.
Fishermen
That's another good one.
we spoke to were appalled by the case, though this one recognized the suspect from his social media videos. He says the punishment should fit the crime.
For grabbing a shark like that? Well, I think a lot of public service and maybe 18 months.
Seifert faces 9 misdemeanor counts of second-degree unlawful recreational fishing.
That's a big charge.
And 1 count of giving a false statement to a public servant.
And then another count of not answering the phone when we're trying to call him.
On Fox Island, Jack Bilyeu, KIRO 7
Thank you,
News.
Jack. Thank you for your hard work on that one, Fox Island. That guy's pretty good at catching the sharks, though.
Very good.
But people just want to be able to see him lose an arm or a leg. And then you pop up on Instagram and says, wait till the end. And then nothing happens, but then they get credit because if you stay for the whole thing, then it helps them on that.
You know your shark rules.
You know your shark rules.
Hypermetropia?
Yes, was that it?
That's for farsightedness.
Sophia Loren, I don't know. It was something like that.
Myopic is the best one for short-sightedness, but I guess
It had to be the longer one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the longer one?
Hypermetropia.
Right. And how many people suffer from that? Thank God Sophia Loren was there for that.
1 in 3, apparently.
See, there we go. She hasn't solved it. All right, here comes Nate checking traffic. Nate on.
D.R. Horton has our update. Let's start you down in McKenna because we've got a collision blocking both directions of State Route 507 at 336th Street. This is just north of the 702 interchange. Olympia to Tacoma, 45 minutes. We're still slow between JBLM and South Tacoma. Tacoma to Olympia, about 40 minutes. You're slow between JBLM and DuPont. Catch a little break, and then more slowing again between Lacey and Olympia. Linwood to Seattle, we're still at 45 minutes, and we're still bumper to bumper from North Gate to I-90. North 5 scattered backups now from the West Seattle Bridge to the Ship Canal Bridge. 25 minutes will get you through this. Crossing the lake into Seattle, westbound 90 continues to struggle from the Mercer Tunnel over to I-5 because right before the Mount Baker Tunnel, that HOV lane is blocked from a stall. You're backed up to westbound 520 is all clear. Your backup starts at the Arboretum. South 405 just before I-90 in Bellevue, a stall still blocks your left general purpose lane. We're backed up pretty hefty now to 520. Bellevue to Renton plan on a half hour with more slowing continuing down to the VMAC. The D.R. Horton National Red Tag Sales event is going on now through August 2nd. Visit drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder and equal housing opportunity builder. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, the first place you turn for the news you trust.
State Senator Jamie Peterson drafted one of the state's most progressive taxes to date, the income tax on millionaires.
Engaging conversation.
We pay teachers the 4th highest of any state in the country.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
The Seahawks! They're bringing it home again!
Streaming everywhere on the KIRO News Radio app. Always here, always with you. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
Hi, how can I help?
Well, my husband and I feel like we've outgrown our current money manager.
I see.
Our lives have changed, and we need something more than just mutual funds to help us in retirement.
She's right.
I hear that often. At Fisher Investments, we'd start by getting to know you, your finances, family, health, lifestyle. We tailor a portfolio around your goals and needs.
Sounds good.
Can you help with estate planning?
Yes. We have a team of specialists who can help you with estate planning, Social Security, investment income, and more. We'll get to know your whole financial picture and help keep you on the path to a comfortable retirement.
And your fees?
We have a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
I feel better already.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves a risk of loss.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes.
It's a hot spot on your dog's leg that the internet says you can treat it at home. You're not sure though, 'cause now it's oozing.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Ooh, he's licking it. Super gross, dude.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. Get a free oil filter and more during the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone, now through July 27th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Jane is a small business owner.
That's right.
And tell them what that's like, Jane.
Yeah, well, it's like a roller coaster with a lot of ups and downs, and some days things can feel like they're flying off the rails.
Yep, it's a lot. But the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business can help you manage it all. With the largest, fastest fiber-powered network designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect. Plus gig speeds with security and equipment included. All with a 5-year price lock.
Nice. So everything stays on track.
Exactly. The Total Solutions Advantage. Get started for just $60 a month for 12 months when you add wireless connect to a qualifying internet package. No one does business like Comcast Business.
Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and automatic payments with bank account required. $60 offer requires 300 meg internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
What would you do if the person you love needed round-the-clock care and you had no plan to pay for it?
I was very worried about running out of money.
When Mike's wife was diagnosed with dementia, he turned to LifePoint Law and Elder Law attorney Rajiv Nagayich.
And then he said, "You're going to be okay, but we have to get through these steps." Then I felt a whole lot better going into it. It was still a very difficult process, but in the end, I knew that there was someone there that if I needed help, understood what I'm going through.
LifePoint Law helped Mike protect his wife, his finances, and his future.
They laid it out really well up front. They give you a very in-depth plan. There are so many things that you don't know. I could never have done it on my own.
Register for a free LifePoint Law retirement planning seminar in Federal Way August 1st, Puyallup on the 4th, Tacoma on the 6th, or Bellevue August 8th. Space is limited, so sign up today at LifePointLaw.com. That's LifePointLaw.com.
How would you like to invest in the Seattle real estate market, one of the hottest and most stable regions in the country, and achieve a great rate of return on your investment without the effort of sourcing a deal, the expense and time of building permits, or all the hassles that come with being a landlord? Hi, I'm Scott Rirucka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares the profits with our investors. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital. Invest into our Northwest Fund, which is currently delivering 9% on a fixed rate term. It's our flagship fund for 19 years with zero investor losses. And yes, we do accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Invest in the stability and ease of Legacy Group Capital's Northwest Fund. Legacy Group Capital at legacyg.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at legacyg.com.
Hartley here from Wilcox Farms. For over 100 years, my family's been committed to doing what's right. At Wilcox Family Farms, that means caring for our hens with healthy pasture environments and a diet of organic grains and flax seeds. It's how we produce eggs that are wholesome, flavorful, and good for you. Next time you're at an egg case in your local store, we hope you feel good about choosing Wilcox eggs. Wilcox Family Farms, locally fresh since 1909.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it today at carsforkids.org. Your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call 1-877-CARS4KIDS to donate your car today. That's Cars with a K. The John Curley Show mailbag is brought to you by Advanced Hair Restoration.
All right. We have a song or no? No time for a song. We'll get to letter. They're all the rest. Here we go.
Tom in Marysville said, I just spent over an hour researching the state judicial candidates before voting. May the most competent person win.
There you go. Thank you, Tom, for that one. RC in Edmonds says, I miss Sherry, but will not weep for, the
Jibbity.
Jibbity.
It's not his real name, so we can say it. Goodfellas says the sharks go to that area to give birth. This was a major cruelty to the species that is very important in the overall ecosystem.
Yeah, obviously, no respect for the rules.
Nice. Fernando in Seattle says, wow, I don't remember hearing the Sophia Loren story before. Thank you, Fernando. And thank you for being such an avid listener that you have a track of every single story I've ever told.
That's right. The real Tin Hat Jason says, hope you have a great show today, guys. I have a family dinner tonight, so you're safe from my drunk texting.
Oh,
what a great week to be a fan of the show.
Yeah.
So much fun. Speaking of which, I totally like your slapping the fun paper towel on the way into the studio idea.
Didn't you get really done by that drink the other day?
Oh, yes. He didn't put this in the instructions, but
You
shake
shake
it up.
the bottle
Yes.
up. Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah. Jamestown in Easton says, Neil the seal surpasses Pesto the penguin.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Neil. Have you seen that? The elephant seal that just blocks streets for weeks at a time?
No, I'll have to look that up,
Yes.
Joe. Thank you for that.
Sure. Riley in Camino says Jimothy Cricket, and 206 says I had a friend back then who was obsessed with that gorilla. He would paint pictures of him and write songs about him.
About the
Harambe.
Harambe.
Yeah.
Mike in Portland says, hey, John, I'm listening to you from Cleveland, Ohio today. Good. We were hoping somebody was in Cleveland. Thank you, Mike.
Julian Linwood said, thank you for no more Jimothy, and please no more Vashon Island pig.
Oh, is that what's the Vashon Island pig story?
Jake and Spike, I think, are covering that.
What's it, Brita or something like that?
Bretta.
Bretta.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as long as we have a team on that one.
Right.
Wayne in Milton says it was Grumpy the cat that kicked off the animal memes. Yeah. Okay.
Grumpy Cat was the first.
All right, good.
Jacob's Work Showers. Dawn in Mountain Lake Terrace says, what a great segment. I learned a lot about y'all. You crack me up.
Oh, good.
And now it is time for the letter of the day.
How'd they learn anything about us?
We've opened up a lot in that segment.
Oh, we did. Good. Okay.
Yeah, especially you.
Okay, Teeny, sorry about that. Have a potato. Go ahead.
Most of the rest of the texts are about your shower habits. This is from Doug in Mount Vernon. He says, nothing ruins a weekend like being in a Civil War reenactment, getting dysentery on the losing side, and going home with a 9-year-old ghost boy.
Oh. It was Pickett's Charge is what we were involved in.
Is it?
7,000 of us died or we were injured in the first hour. And I was like, I got dysentery. You don't want me up there.
Contagious.
It's not contagious.
That's all she wrote.
That's
all she wrote. Didn't
What's that girl's name?
Was it Patricia?
No, Patty?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. We can sit here and just keep.
Who's Patty?
Let's start with the beginning of the alphabet. Okay, here's an 8 check in traffic.
Seattle Sports has the update. Everett Marysville has struggled since the noon hour, and we are still dealing with a solid backup from Broadway up to 528. Just volume, man. Half hour to make this trip. Northbound 529 remains packed between Everett and Marysville as well. Now, Linwood to Seattle has gone back up to 1 hour, bumper to bumper from Northgate Way to I-90. Southbound 99, a good alternate route. It is heavy, though, from Aurora Bridge down to the stadiums. North 5, scattered backups on the West Seattle Bridge to the Ship Canal. About 25 minutes from bridge to bridge. And over on the east side, South 405, just before I-90, we've still got this stall blocking your left general purpose lane. You're backed up to about Northeast 8th. So Bellevue to Renton, about a half-hour drive. You've got more slowing all the way down to the VMAC. You can always listen to your favorite local sports content on the FM dial on 97.3 HD2. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Dear Ursula, I have a group of friends who have bonded over...
Hi, I'm Ursula Boytine from the G and Ursula Show, and I'm launching a new podcast called Ask Ursula. This is your space. Real life, real questions, whether it's about family, friendships, love, and yes, even the fun stuff like travel and finding your signature scent. Hit me up and ask your questions at mynorthwest.com/Ursula. I look forward to connecting with you.
At mynorthwest.com and the G and Ursula YouTube channel.
Hi, I'm Marla at Sky Nursery with a heads up that gardening in July has its challenges. Seattle summer drought can cause plants to droop in just a matter of hours, and rabbits and aphids can get a little out of hand in your garden, especially if you have any travel plans this summer. That's where an experienced Sky gardener can make a difference with down-to-earth and sustainable solutions to all manner of gardening quagmires. After all, you deserve to enjoy a beautiful, thriving summer garden without having to learn the hard way first. We can help. Head to skynursery.com.
Did you know that 4,000 women are diagnosed with breast cancer every year in Washington state? I'm Dr. Suzette Miranda with Northwest Hope and Healing. We provide financial support for breast and gynecologic cancer patients in our community. Join us at Life in Color, a summer brunch, auction, and fashion show on August 23rd at the Somme Hotel in Woodinville for an unforgettable afternoon of inspiration. Get your tickets now for Life in Color on August 23rd at nwhopeandhealing.org. That's nwhopeandhealing.org.
If you're over 62 and worried about how far your retirement savings will go, I'd like you to hear this.
I'm Steve Teitler, owner of Best Mortgage. Every week I talk with seniors who love their home and want to stay, but feel financial pressure every month. Property taxes keep going up. Insurance costs more. Everyday bills add up, and for some, they still have a mortgage payment. If you're wondering how long your savings need to last, a reverse mortgage may be worth a look. It could eliminate your mortgage payment, pay off debts, and give you breathing room every month. Now, I want to make it clear it's not right for everyone, but for the right person, it can be a very smart financial tool. When you call Best Mortgage, you'll speak directly with me. I'll explain your options and tell you honestly if it makes sense for you. If you want to stay in your home with less financial stress, call me, 425-649-6000. Best Mortgage. Honest advice you can trust. 425-649-6000.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit revivemenshealth.com.
Insulation rebates from PSE are at historic highs. American Crawl Space and Pest Services gave over $3 million in PSE insulation rebates last year, more than any contractor in Washington. Homeowners, business owners, and PSE trust American Crawl Space and Pest Services. Was your home built before 1990? Visit AmericanCrawl.com to see how much you can save on replacing your insulation.
American Crawl, the heroes you crawl. KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle.
Are you curious about who offers the best deals on top-rated Samsung, LG, and Sony TVs? The answer is surprising. It's not online, and it's not the warehouse clubs. The best deals on top-rated TVs are at Video Only. Don't believe it? Then check out the trade-in deals at Video Only. How about $500 for your old TV? Try doing that online. Before you buy that new TV, drop into Video Only. If you don't, you'll be sorry.
Jazz Alley invites you to an evening with two-time Grammy-winning saxophonist Kirk Whalum. Soul